And Shazam.
Hello.
All right, so Ryan's playing hooky.
Yep.
best of luck, buddy. I hope you get back in time. Hey, Brett's Builds, Shazam. Everyone check him out on YouTube.
Hey, Brett's Builds.
We might have Big Nate, Big Dan, said he'd be around. Everyone said they'd be around. It's like, well, that's how it goes, right? Nights where I might go solo, or I have one, then everyone starts showing up, and then where I get 5 or 6, one shows up. So that's okay.
Yeah.
It's like, the most stressful stream that I ever did was the 24-hour stream.
Oh, wow.
Which was actually, it was 25 hours because I had invited 120 people.
Jeez.
Across. Oh, yeah. 80 plus showed.
Yeah.
So my screen had 9 people pretty much perpetually all through 24 hours. And that included 2 of the Lego Masters.
Wow.
Yeah. I had Boone and I had Moto from, was it season 1, I guess? Or season 1 and 2. Anyway. Yep. And Moto was amazing because he came on in the first hour. Or in the first 4 hours, he came on and he spent an hour with us. And then in the last hour, he hung around. And then he did what I call the overplay because he, with the last 6 on-screen people I had, he hung out with us when I went off the air at 24 hours and 5 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
And he kept talking for like an hour, and it's like, it was great for him, and Lego Masters are like Lego gods to us. Like, thank you. But I had been awake at that point for about 30 or 40 hours, right? Because it's not like I just woke up and started streaming for 24 hours. I was awake for, I don't know, 8 or 10 hours at that point.
Yeah.
And it's like, I really had to go. So I wasn't even the last person around. I can't remember who the last 2 were that hung out with him, but yeah, it was something else. But that was a stressful show because like you're just hoping people show up. But I had a lot of support, but I had advertised to these people for 6 weeks. This is not like my 6 hours notice or 1 or 2 days notice. It was very well planned. It went very well for me. And I've got bits and pieces of it up because one thing YouTube doesn't really let you do is keep the long stuff, like longer than 8 hours. Doesn't generally let you keep it up there. Or worse, they'll only give you the last 8 hours of a longer segment. And then I've chopped it up and put it back up a few times, but yeah.
Interesting.
What's Brett saying here? Being in UK does that to your sleep pattern too. Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah.
I messed up. Well, and that's the thing too. I've had back in the video game days, everyone I would play Xbox Live with back, in literally the early days, 2001, 2002. Because I was staying up so late, I'm hanging out with people on the other side of the planet.
Yep.
And then that whole cycle was just really tough to find the common time. So basically you had 2 sets of people ruining their lives playing video games online because it's like, I'm missing work and I'm not sleeping right and putting on weight and eating badly because I'm playing games at the worst possible hours of the day. And something else. Let's see if I can rattle that cage. Take it easy, bud. Let's see. And now for everyone who's playing hooky.
Yeah.
Big Nate. Who Dan said, especially Dan. Dan was upset he missed the last one.
Yeah.
Now I know it can be tricky depending on if he's got the kids or not, because of when he's got the kids and when he's got to put them down and stuff. Let's see. Who else? Okay. Where's okay? There's okay. Well, actually, and Kevin said he might hook up with us later. Now, when I was starting to whine and cry earlier in the week about starting yet another New Brick show,
yep,
It was actually because I had some stuff that I hadn't checked on the last show. And you guys may or may not have remembered this, but I moved stuff off the screen,
Right.
off the desk, and didn't put it back on the desk.
Yeah.
Oopsie. And then there's some stuff I realized I didn't want to put on the stream, so I'm not necessarily going to bring it on this time. But
Yeah.
here, I'll get one out of the way.
Sure.
So this was the one I moved off screen.
Yep. Okay.
And I didn't know until 20 minutes ago if it's something, because there's absolutely stuff I just never bring on the show for a couple of reasons, whether it's stuff I don't have a good story about, or if I just don't think it's interesting.
Yeah.
Or if it's or if it falls into the other category of it's a flip. I'm not here to show off money-making opportunities. And I'm not saying it's vulgar. It's just, it's not really necessary.
Mm-hmm.
But, so let's see here. It's well packed.
Yeah, it looks well packed.
Yeah, is from China. The original shipping label's been covered over by the local courier. Thank you, local courier, for screwing with me again. Well, this is another thing. So this company reached out to me midweek, and I avoided them until today or yesterday. And they said, "Hey, blah blah blah," and of course, language barriers and such. They're probably assuming as soon as it landed, I'd build it. And I'm not that guy with anything I buy or get free. And so this one company had been saying, "Hey, so I avoided them because I really didn't know if I had it or not, because I couldn't compare tracking numbers."
Yeah.
And that's not their fault. It's very common for forwarding companies that just plaster over someone else's label, because especially with the computerized scanning and stuff, you don't necessarily want other barcodes.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that. But let's see. This is already a lot better than some stuff I get sent by companies.
Yep.
I'll give you an example. I don't know if you were hanging around, Jordan, back at Christmas.
No.
I was doing the chess set. So the chess set was this is how I stalled. See, I tell good stories about other shit. By the way, look at this. They sent corners.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a common thing or just because what this is this is a review set. Yeah, this is the review set.
Did someone drew Batman on there?
I did that goofing around.
Okay.
Scratch it. Yeah, I know it.
I thought someone from the shipping label. Let's draw Batman.
I took the marker and I scratched out everything, but it's I just started doodling. I was bored, and oh my god! Well, back in the day, when I was a leader in my company, and I would have the pre-shift meetings where I would lead them. When I'd be waiting for my people to show up, I'd be sitting there with a clipboard and doodling. And I literally had a book in the late 80s called How to Draw the Marvel Way. And I think it was largely Stan Lee did the writing for it, and I think it was Steve Ditko probably did the art instruction for it.
Yeah.
And I learned basic anatomy and how to draw the comic way.
Nice.
Please check my Insta. Okay, I'll check my Insta, brother. Good call out. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, hang on. Did I mess that up? Oh, no, you said Insta. I was looking at my other thing. All right, message. Dude, I got room if you want to come on. Okay, so let me figure this out. Oh, you know what? This is no sweat. Yep. And I know a lot of people cringe when I do this.
Mm-hmm.
So, Brett, hang on. Because I control everything anyway. So let's put this in here. Oh, first I got to make sure it's only going to the YouTube. He's on YouTube here. I don't want to broadcast to everything I'm streaming.
Yeah.
Now make sure you connect in the next few minutes, because I don't want spammers coming in. So Brett, because it's hard for me to put it in the Insta right now, use that link. Check the chat. So we'll see if that works for him. But,
Yeah.
yes, I would sit there and doodle and do all kinds of stuff. There we go. Let's see. We'll give him half a second. All right. We already got his camera up. Shazam. How you doing, Brett? We're just going to do a little editing on this.
Hello, guys. How you doing?
Hello.
Good. There we go. We got the 3 cameras. Nice. Been a while. It's been probably a year since I think I've had you on. No? Does that sound right? Because you've been on once or twice, I think. Has it been sooner? I can't remember, man. My memory's bad. I'm old. That's why I got gray hair. Look at me struggle with this box.
When you said about the long stream, Rick.
Sorry, say that again. I can hear you. It's just my own hearing is bad. Oh, there we go. We're getting there.
When you said about the long stream, I think I came on that for a little while.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so we're halfway out. We'll get rid of this because no one
Yep.
to see it again. Whee! There you go, cat. So, it's funny. So I had mentioned earlier that chess set. So when that chess set came to me, they took the beautiful, huge retail box of 3,000 plus pieces, folded it 4 ways, crunched it in a AliExpress type bag, put the parts in, and then 1/6 of all the parts never showed.
Oh.
450 pieces I did not get, and literally the last bunch of stuff.
Wow.
And so this would have been last November when I started the build series, and it was probably already 6 to 10 build streams because it was a lot.
Yeah.
And then I had to put it on hiatus because, well, China needed to send me the rest, and they did. But it took weeks and weeks and weeks because, of course, you can imagine Christmas and everything, getting anything from China.
Yep.
And then when it finally did, I did the few streams, get it done. And then, they weren't happy that I wasn't happy. When I did my final review video, it's like, dude, you give me I said, give it to me in retail condition. You 4-way folded it like trash, which ruined the beautiful box. This was a Star Wars themed chess set. Okay. Yes, it's not a legal license, so they couldn't call it that. But it was very clearly the Millennium Falcons and the TIE Fighters and all that cool stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it's like they half ruined that experience. And then the fact that the parts were missing, because when you dump everything on the floor to fit a box in a new box, a smaller box, and then you shove all of that other stuff in, they lost the last maybe 6 bags out of whatever number of bags, 70 bags or something, whatever. Wow. In the end, it ended up being 450 pieces because I ended up taking my last build stream at the point where we came to that failure, and it was like, I spent 10 minutes. It's like, I'm missing this. Oh, I better just kill the stream. Went offline. The next 60 pages of parts, I was pretty much missing.
Yeah.
And then when I counted up, it was 450. Like 150 for one set of bags, 150 for another set of bags, 150-ish for another set. It still rounded up to 450 altogether. It was just a horrible experience. They were lucky I didn't slam them harder.
Yeah.
And of course, guess what? They never want to send me another set for review. Oh, well, honest reviews here. Sorry, guys. Now.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Something a little different. A build. We got a nice lighthouse here.
Yep.
1,000 pieces.
Oh, wow.
I'm assuming Lego scale. I don't know. By the way, that is... Look, they're not even moving. That's super densely packed. And I wish Lego did this, because I guarantee you this box would be as big as that ghost box behind,
Yeah.
If it was Lego. I'm not even kidding. Let's see there. It would line up like that. So, I mean, this I like. When companies want to talk about environmental impact and say in fixing packaging, this is what I want. Yeah. Not that where it's all super loose, where they need to make a box bigger to justify
like 45% air in there.
45% air, stuff bounces around more. Your manuals get beat up more. Sticker sheets get beat up more if you got stickers. And all the extra, trucks that it takes. I know you're a truck driver, so it's like, hey, that's my job. But, that's more trucks when the boxes are bigger unnecessarily. So Misini sent this to me, and like everyone I negotiate with, the deal is you send me the retail product. Within 2 weeks, I will start the build. Everything is live, so everyone knows what my experiences are. And if I'm missing pieces, I will cry about it. If there is a problem with the build or the instructions, everyone sees it. So, I mean, this is what's good about sending me stuff for reviews. I'll build them live, and you get the God honest truth on everything. Whereas you see a lot of, say, Lego reviewers, and if they're not, like, if they try to be 100% honest about something, hey, I love to build everything, which is why you see me buy everything. But there's absolutely stuff I've thrown my hair, pull up my hair. I have pitched things I've built against the wall.
Oh, really?
Out of frustration, live online. Like Ryan was around for one of them like 5-6 years ago. Like, because I've been doing this for 10 years on and off, and it's like, if I'm not happy, I'm not happy, and you're going to find out. And so, I mean, these guys, there's an element of risk, like, and they all say it. Hey, we've seen your other videos, this and that, and they want that exposure. It's like, okay, your stuff better be ready.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, because you're not buying a good response from me by sending me a free box. I mean, like just my recent experience with Mold King, they contacted me. I bought their stuff already, some of their stuff, and I built some of their stuff, and it was good, which is why I guess they thought, hey, let's start the ball rolling. But after 2 or 3 emails back and forth, after sifting through the broken English, the end result is they were just trying to sell me something possibly cheaper.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? No, it's okay. I really don't like the way this is going. I can get it cheaper on Amazon and wait for coupon days on Amazon. Than what they were offering me for a review unit. They're what it comes down to, they're that cheap that they didn't want to send it for free. And I'm so cheap, I'm not paying for a review unit. And it's not like I'm not ever going to do another Mold King set, but it's like, when I'm ready, I'll do it. It'll be a good set, clearly, that I want to do, which is good, because if I'm buying it, then clearly I wanted it. You know, I don't have an issue doing this kind of set from Misini. I didn't actually look too much into their other products. They've definitely got stuff I want to do. Personally, I'm hopeful this is a good experience, and I'm hopeful there'll be stuff down the road. But I'm not going to let that cloud the experience. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. And everyone's going to know both ways. But I mean, it presents well. It's a nice box, glossy box, well packed. I don't believe the average user is going to get that experience of getting something with corners. They did their best job for me, I assume, because I'm reviewing it. That's great. Whatever. I'm not going to hold that against them.
No.
But I don't believe for a minute everyone's going to get the experience of getting those corner units. But that's pretty sweet. And it looks like a beautiful little set. Super shiny. That's why I keep altering the light so the light doesn't wash it out. But I got no idea what this retails for. That's not terribly important to me. I didn't pay for it. Right?
Yeah.
So just that's from the Chinese company. I'll be
Mini
reviewing it.
Is it mini bricks?
I don't know. I think it's
like
Lego
mini
scale. Don't say that. No. It could be smaller scale Lego. It doesn't have to be micro or diamond, but I think they're Lego scale bricks. I don't want to open it just yet, just because I like to take pictures of it as is before I mess around with it. I mean, it's not perfect condition, but hey, it came from across the planet.
Yeah.
And actually in very short time, like less than 2 weeks. So I'm pretty impressed with that. So they'll be happy, because honestly, I should have showed this off last week, but I didn't actually know I had it in my pile of packages, because the tracking I have does not match what they gave me.
Yeah.
And which is very typical, because usually if you don't have experience tracking stuff from China, there's only one app you can really use. It's called 17 Track.
Okay.
And it'll track almost anything from around the planet. But as soon as it crosses into Canada, it usually goes into a bonded broker or carrier. It could be Uni, could be Canada Post, could be any number of small rinky T-Force. Could be any number. This one was T-Force, actually. Not to be confused with Transforce, which would be Canpar and their brotherhood of companies, right?
I know. Funny thing is, I used to work for them too.
Which one, T-Force or Transforce?
Transforce.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if they still are. They used to be a Quebec-based company, expanded out, and I knew them as Canpar, but they bought all the other, like you could tell by the typeface on all the trucks who they bought, and the little slash, and it's like,
oh yeah, they bought several companies that started out here in Edmonton.
Did they? So who'd they buy out there?
A small company called Legal Freight, which was basically just a small time company that used to run out of the town called Legal, and they bought that up. They bought up into a company I used to work for called Total Transfer.
Okay, I think I've heard of that one. Total. Okay.
Yeah.
Total transport.
Transfer. Total Transfer.
Fair?
Transfer. Sorry. Sore throat, everything. I was screaming last night at a concert.
No. Yeah. That went well, did it?
Oh, it was fucking awesome.
Good experience.
Oh, yeah.
I told you the last one I went to, we all smelled like reefer at the end, and I don't smoke, but I tell you, that contact high was real. That was something else. I mean,
oh yeah. But,
everyone had a good time. I can't complain. That was Nickelback.
Nice. Oh yeah.
And I think I told the group, and it's like, because a lot of people rip on Nickelback as being kind of, wishy-washy, mass-produced rock or whatever.
Yeah.
Most of their albums I liked until probably the last one or two. I can't speak to their most recent content, but good show. They entertain and they give everyone if you get those front row seats, they toss beer on you. Free beers. They bring out trays of beers and they try and toss the cups out to you. No one's ever actually gotten a beer out of them because it just ended up getting covered. And everyone has a lot of fun, having a beer bath. But so this is the only review one I got right now. So it's still nice to have that cycle of getting review units, every 2 or 3 months from somebody. Hey, one of these days, someone's going to send more than one because it's not that I've had bad reviews. I mean, the last one was pretty good. I loved the car I built last time, but
it was a nice car.
Chest set, and then when I did the Bantha set, there's been a lot of stinkers,
Oh yeah.
But you're going to get that. You're going to get that experience and response from me that when it sucks, I'm going to tell you it sucks. If I have to cheat to put plastic in there, I haven't glued anything on screen, but it's come close. I mean, I've repaired bricks. I've cut my own bricks to make a brick or whatever it takes to get a build done. Because ultimately, I still want it built. Right? I'm a builder.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I've had a couple builds where I've halfway through the stream had to stop. The Bantha was hilarious because the last 200 pieces I couldn't follow the instructions. They were so bad. Or the company that produced it, they ripped it off from somebody else. I found out later. They most likely changed a few steps by taking a few pieces out of the build and they clearly never really built it. They digitally changed things, that's fine until you actually build it and you realize A doesn't go into B because the laws of physics are still, in play. It's like, thanks a lot, guys,
Yeah.
But this is going to be great. And I haven't done any housing type of like modulars, right?
Yeah.
I have modulars, but I don't build because that's a whole deep. If you're a Lego guy and if you get into modulars, like you build a bugle.
I've built 1, 2, 3, 4 modulars.
Oh, you got so it could be a very quick deep hole and suck more out of your wallet.
Oh,
so,
I know.
I don't have them as part of my collection. What I do have are flips because they do accrue quite nicely after retirement.
Yeah.
Of course, that's when a lot of people always discover the modulars. It's like, oh, this was a nice thing. Let me go buy another one. Well, there's not another one available right now. They've learned about the back history. You go, oh, I want the bank one. I want the pet shop. I want this. I want that.
Yeah.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. They're definitely nice. It's a non-themed set from Lego. It's definitely a nice one to pick up.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh yeah.
But I'm looking forward to this.
Sorry?
I'm looking forward to this. It's a nice looking set.
Oh yeah.
Lighthouse. I'm glad I was going to buy the Lego Lighthouse.
Yeah.
Which is much bigger. It's
Oh yeah, my roommate has it. I did a show off on it.
Yeah. So I'm glad I didn't buy that because then I would feel really weird.
Yeah.
I mean, they're different scales and everything, but I don't need 2 lighthouses on display in my cabinets. I don't have an infinite amount of space, so
Yeah.
Ryan, it's a lighthouse, dude. Let's see. I'm at work. Oh, the customer is it? Yeah, this is it. Yeah, I'll be there too. Yeah. Hopefully you're not there all night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shoot! I forgot to do something. I was so smart. So this is my next one. Now, unfortunately, this is I can show you. This is clearly Chinese stuff, right?
Yep.
Because we've been there before. Now, of course, I can't show you anything other than bricks here. So let me very quickly. I should have had this ready. I'm clearly not as smart as I think I am. Let's see. If I add overlay, desktop, I did grab the pictures. I just got to find it. Okay, keyboard. This is going to be really cool. So if I do 1, 2, I only got 3. Okay. Okay, that's 3 overlays. If they open up, good, they open up. If they don't open up, then I'm screwed. And I'll show you a page from the PDF. So it's going to be PDF instructions, which, what can I do?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So, what do you, Samus? Is that what you call it, from Metroid?
Yeah.
Yeah. I played the original on Game Boy and NES and Super NES, and having that armored guy go down into a ball and go through the walls, and I just love that game. It's not like I've played them all over the years, but Metroid is always going to be a favorite. When I saw this, I go, okay, I definitely got to have this.
No, yeah, definitely. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. I don't know how many pieces, because even when actually, the next picture will tell us.
Okay. Oh.
And that's what it looks like.
Nice.
886 pieces. This will be cool, especially like I got the Doom guy built.
Yeah.
That I did like a year ago. Oh, dude, yeah.
I haven't seen the Doom guy, so.
Oh, go find one of my build streams. I mean, there was probably 6 of them. Look at the last one. Look at the last 10 minutes. It's wicked.
Yeah.
Huge too. Like, I want to say 18 inches, give or take. Like, big, heavy build. But yeah, I don't have any more pictures of this, and this is the best picture I have. But when I saw this, I go, hey, it was affordable. Under 40 or 50 bucks, I think, all in. It's like, okay, I gotta get this. And I grabbed the PDF about an hour before we went live. So it's like, oh, cool. Hopefully everything's there, and there's no issues with parts or swap parts. I'll check the PDF later. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked to do that.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, so I'll put that aside. Is there anything you guys want to show off before I move on?
I got a couple things here.
Okay.
Jeez, that Doom guy is huge.
Oh, you look at the Doom guy? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Here, I'll give you that. There you go. You got the big screen.
So first off, I named my city.
Yeah, I heard you say something. Yeah.
And I built the sign for it.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, my followers helped me choose the name. I put up 4 different questionnaires with 4 names each, and then the winners of each questionnaire went for a 5th round, and that's what won.
Nice.
So
I like the way you built the letters. So
yeah, I like the Hollywood sign.
It shows good. Like it. Yeah.
Yeah. Bring that up. This is how the back is. Just all on pins, and yeah.
No, it looks good. Looks good. Don't drop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my streams have a habit of breaking stuff. People will show off something, and then you'll hear all the pieces hitting the floor.
Yeah. So I already know what's in here, but I haven't checked, so hopefully it's in there. What's in there? So,
I love that, and I know some of my people like, how do you not know? It's like, well, if you order stuff and stuff gets delayed, and different shipping times and different parts of the country it might ship from. Not, like, hey, I got 6 Amazon warehouses within 20 minutes of where I live. And then what do I see? My items shipped from the other side of you over in BC or something.
Yeah.
No rhyme or reason sometimes, but
yeah. I ordered this earlier this week and pretty excited for it. I mean, wanted it for quite some time, but you know, my priorities are always been Lego.
Sometimes I struggle to get Lego on my show sometimes, and people go, "Where's your Lego?" And it's like, "Oh, dude,
yeah,
are you into Pokemon?"
Oh yeah.
Oh really? Okay.
Evolution is my favorite Pokemons.
You know, I got a Pokemon group, right? I do. Whatever Pokemon Canada. Yeah, I do have and actually it's my biggest group.
Nice.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just for game players, and mostly people just post their member number to get people to hang out with them.
Oh yeah.
But I'm not saying there's a lot of activity there, but we got a lot of members.
Nice.
So
yeah, I do play on my Switch, but sometimes
these are all small.
Yeah, they
small
look. Yeah, they all look small, which is fine. I love it anyway. Like, I'm more excited just to build Glaceon. So.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be cool. Oh, hey, awesome. And I got the mega group, so whenever you do that, make sure you're posting those streams to the mega group, eh?
Yeah,
whether it's a link or a live build. I mean, depending on software you're using, depending on what you're using, you can stream to YouTube and Facebook at the same time.
Yeah. You want to just like send me a link to those groups? That'd be great.
Oh yeah, actually, this YouTube stream has the links to all the groups.
Oh, okay.
That I have currently. So
sounds good.
Yeah. I'm a great self-promoter. To the detriment of sometimes my groups. Like, oh Jesus, like my Nifley's group. I'll post these other streams. Like, well, I'm trying to get some cross promotion and whatever, and it's nice to be king. I can pretty much do what I want. I don't even have a problem with people posting as long as it's brick based. I don't have a real problem. I'm not that narrow or like, oh, Lego only in the Lego and the Mega only in the Mega, but it's like, I'm just trying to put some life in some of the other groups sometimes, because in many cases I'm still the most active person because the groups are smaller. Canada's a smaller market, but I wanted to make sure that we have Canadian representation for all these things. I may not make a group for this Misini set. I don't know. I did for Nifley's because I just felt they have enough interesting product that I think it's good. And now that we can get it pretty easily in Canada, let's have a group for it and then watch it slowly grow, I hope. I'd rather do it now than 2 years down the road when there's already a dozen Canadian groups. It's like, no, let me be the first. Ryan is still waiting.
Yeah.
He's not a happy guy.
Hello, JB Awesome. Didn't see him there.
Yeah, I mean, he's growing. I think he's at 1,600 subs or something. JB's doing great.
So, one more thing here for me to show off.
Ooh, let's see.
Yesterday, when I went to go to the Lego store, long before the concert.
You said you were going to go this week, right?
Yeah, I took yesterday off because of the concert, and then earlier in the day, I went to the Lego store. I had one thing I wanted to buy, and that was the Lego Modulars police station, because it retires this year.
Yeah.
So I went there to get it. It wasn't there. Out of stock in the store. Out of stock on the location on the south side of the city. It's like, it's a good thing anyway. So I'd have to order it off Amazon, but I didn't want to leave the Lego store with nothing, so
which is the worst reason to buy something. Oh, dude, you're gonna love that.
I know. Fucking yeah, I'm a huge big fan of Back to the Future. I cannot wait to build it.
That to this day is probably no matter what fits in my top 5 builds, period. Any brick company, I love it. And you do have the options of building it in one of 3 configurations.
Yeah.
depending on
from
which
Back
is
to the Future
your
1,
favorite.
2, or 3, which is awesome.
I mean, what's facing us now is pretty much the way I built it.
Yeah. 88 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Greg Dillon.
So Greg was asking. Here's Greg. Of the Ornithopter, which I think is the Dune set that's coming.
Oh,
The big dragonfly looking thing.
I've never even seen Dune, so.
Oh, any of the Dunes? Like not the modern Dune, not the dude.
Nope.
If you ever get a chance, go watch the originals. Hey, it's very slow.
Yeah.
As science fiction goes. By the way, so's the new movie. True to form, very slow, drawn out. But it's beautiful science fiction.
No, yeah.
If you can sit through it, it's worth it. It can be tough. It doesn't have the pacing of a Blade Runner or Star Wars or Star Trek or anything. It is very drawn out. I would even recommend reading the books if you're into that, because there's a lot of value there too. But the original Dune, you had 1 or 2 movies and you had a series.
Mm-hmm.
You got the new Dunes. There was 1 movie. Second movie sometime soon is coming out. It's already in the can, I think. So with a lot of big stars, Batista, Zendaya, and all kinds of people. So, and they spend mega bucks on it, like $200 million, I think, to make the first remake. So
yeah.
Hey Shazam, I see some faces here.
Oh, hey, Brickblocks. How's it going? Yeah, I've posted a little link on my channel.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. I always do.
I think I actually forgot to promote it on my own channel, but go figure. Actually, this has been the longest stretch of shows for a while. Like, I was doing 1-ish a month or 2-ish a month, but we've kind of been consistent for the last bunch of weeks, even though I keep saying it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. Like, I'm as bad as anyone for still. I'm buying less, but it seems like it looks like I'm buying more.
Yeah.
As weird as it sounds. Greg just built the Corvette and the Concorde.
Nice. Really?
Both are on my hit list. So I've seen them both in store. Love them both. The Corvette absolutely looks good from certain angles. It really shows well.
Nice.
I got a sick GCC Rex helmet. Ooh.
Nice.
So, that's... I tell you. Oh, wait.
What?
Wait. I will post a short and a video tomorrow. Finally.
Oh yeah, he was like he went on a hiatus for a bit, took a break.
Well, so did I really. I mean, after I got that black car, it's like the only thing I was doing was new bricks, so I was just accumulating and not building because.
Oh yeah.
You get in certain patterns, but keep in mind, I've been building solid like January through August.
Mm-hmm.
Like pretty solid. Like that's probably the biggest run of builds I've done in years, because last year it was all about the stress of I was running out of room. And the last 2 months before that chess set build, by the way, I was taking stuff apart online just to make space. I took apart 88 to 100 sets.
Wow.
Oh, dude, it was just brutal.
Yeah.
To make room. Because what I was doing was I'd build like a car or whatever, and I'd put something on top. Like that's what I was doing. I couldn't even display them properly. It was just one thing on top of another. X things on top of a TIE fighter because it would support the weight.
Oh yeah.
And for me, everything goes into the glass cabinet because the cat will get it, and I don't want dust on it. So I absolutely recommend people put stuff behind glass whenever possible.
Oh yeah, I got one glass cabinet, and I want to buy more, but price went up on the glass cabinet I like.
So Sunday, 12 p.m.
Nice.
Is that Eastern, Central? What is that? Let us know. I don't have a problem with that.
Oh yeah.
Cool. So Greg is saving up for it. I think that's like $200 Canadian though. I think.
And new speed champions. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see the new speed champs before I comment on them. I haven't. I know some pictures got leaked out there or whatever of some, like a couple new builds for the speed champs. I got to see them. I didn't buy all the most recent wave.
Same.
Even though I bought the last 2, I think complete. I'm not buying the current one, so it'd be interesting to see what this new one is.
Yeah.
you know, you can't buy everything. I'm going to cherry pick. I'm not worried about being a completist.
Oh yeah, that's what I've been
So,
doing lately is cherry picking.
hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Well, if you just got in, dude, fire up your computer. Because you have some stuff, dude. I'll stretch this out a bit. My wife says I don't. We're going to run down. She's got candy for the company that we bought. We bought on my discount, and so I've got like literally a huge tote of candy.
Yeah.
From the Big W. But, Eastern. All right, so 12 p.m. Eastern. There we go. So check out Block Bricks on YouTube. 12 p.m. Eastern Sunday, guys. Oh, you still got the kids. Well, I mean, how long is it going to take you? It's almost 9 o'clock. Be a good father. Get in bed by 9. No, Dan's a good father.
Oh, yeah.
No worries about that. I think a lot of people should aspire to be the dad he is. Not sure and stuff like that. Yeah, no worries, dude. No worries.
Yep.
In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do here. Give me a second. So what I'm going to do is we're going to give you the wrench. And then you could post the link in here. Well, let's turn the audio down. Well, once you got the wrench, then you can post links because you can't do it until I do that. So add as moderator. Just a standard one. And now you should have a wrench. And then you could post a link to your channel. Or if you already got a link to that show, you could post that link too. And then there we go. I see the wrench now. And so you prep for stuff. You're making overlays like I do. Awesome.
Nice.
Every little, and presentation helps. So it's not a guarantee. I got 4 cameras, overlays up the button. It doesn't mean I'm Mandar Productions, right? Mandar can go out there with 1 camera and get 500,000 views in 3 days. So,
yeah,
just do the best you can. What I recommend for everyone, best audio you can do. If you got to make a choice between the camera and the audio, actually go make sure your audio is better.
Yeah.
Because if the audio makes people's ears bleed, they will not watch it. Whereas I still watch stuff that people are putting out there on just their phone.
Yeah.
Well, actually, phone quality can be amazing. There's some top-notch YouTubers who are producing on the phone, like Mr. Who's the Boss. He's a tech reviewer.
Okay.
He's probably close to Marcus Brownie or Linus Tech Tips, like for massive amounts of views. But he does 90% of his content using a phone as the camera.
Wow.
Yeah. Now in editing, like in post,
yeah,
because it's not live. In post, he will jazz it up, and that's where he really wins because his After Effects and transitions and text and lower thirds and what he like, it's just stellar. Like he can't be touched. But yeah, I mean, some people can be super successful and do all that extra work and make it glitzy, and some don't have to.
Yeah,
personality will suck them in. I don't have a personality, so I got to make up for it with a little bit of production value, half decent light and stuff, which is still funny because nothing here is expensive. The tri lights, that there 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Those are garage lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
my mom was suggesting I should get them for my garage.
Well, so that one's neat because it just twists into a standard light socket. Standard 26, 27, what we call the circle sockets that we have here in Canada and the States. They just twist into that. They produce a little bit of heat, but it's not like it's hot. It's not like it's going to burn you. That 2 of those units plus the cables that you see, and they got a little rocker switch to turn them on. I don't know, like 15 feet of cable. Yeah. And they plug in under my desk. Together, I think was $50 Canadian total. And you can see like the light is amazing, and good light will help you with cheap cameras. Yeah. Webcams and stuff need a lot of light. So And then the other thing I did to gain the system was the white desk helps. White everything helps because before I had the dark brown fake wood look, and it just sucked all the light out of the apartment. And just having the white desk, white background, white shelves, the brightest lights I could afford, which is, this stuff.
Yeah.
And then all the other things I get, smaller LEDs, which I have one or two of them on. Let's see. Actually, I showed one there, the square one here.
Yeah,
These things are
okay.
super cheap. Most of them come with extendable stands. Actually, you'll see here because I got a camera on one. See
Okay.
that?
Yep.
When I have my 4 cameras set up, this is standing up and aiming a certain way. Well, the stand comes with the lights, but they all have the universal camera joints, and you could monkey with this any number of ways. They shrink down, all this folds up.
Nice.
You can actually reduce this all. I mean, literally any way you want to mess with a camera mount.
Yeah.
All universal stuff. This actually twists in, so if you were traveling, you could also use this. You could do this if you're that kind of person, or
Yeah.
you could do all this super cheap. None of this is expensive. Now, and I didn't do it all at once. I probably did this over a 2-year period back in the day when I was just, I went from 1 camera to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, bought 1 light, bought 2 lights, bought a bunch of different lights. The only lights that are super useless sort of are these, the little LED lights I have on the ceiling.
Yep.
And I only really use them when I turn off all the other lights so I can sit at the computer without having harsh light in my eyes. Let's see. Yeah, dude. If you got a link to your channel or to even your live stream or to your pre-recorded show, do it. Post it in the channel. It's cool.
Yep.
No nudies. No RedTube, no Pornhub.
Yeah.
Please. Because I do have a connection with YouTube. You won't be around. It's not that I'll ban you. I will pull the rug out from under you. Yeah, I mean, and I started with just the cell phone.
Yeah.
I used the iPhone 7, and I had it over my shoulder, aiming down at the desk, and then you had the first camera or whatever. But light, like a good mic, good lights, and then you can work on your cameras. And I keep saying every year I'm going to buy at least one really nice camera, spend $500 or more, and it's like, but I don't make money on this, so I just rather spend that $500 on sets.
Yeah,
there we go. There's no point. I'll put it on the screen, but it doesn't help because no one can really click on that. But in the chat, someone can click on that. Go there. Let's all sub up. Let's get his subs up, and I'll be at work, but I'll take a look at it when I'm on my breaks for sure. Why not? Give me
I think.
watch.
Yeah, BrickBlocks just hit over 100 subscribers.
Really?
Oh yeah.
All right, everyone. Well, everyone who watches the stream live and those who are going to catch it later, whether you're watching me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, we're streaming all over the place tonight. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Kick.com. I'm streaming on right now. That's working. I got 8 streams going from this. Well, 4 of them are Facebook, to be fair. One's my page on Facebook, and then the Lego group, the Mega group, I think the Bricklink group, which counts as another Lego group, but they're all mine. I can get away with it. Why not?
Yeah.
I'll make a live next week for my 100 subs. Okay, sweet.
Yep.
Looking forward to it. Sundays I can't really watch because I work. That's a Sunday to Wednesday. But if you do another days like Saturday, I'll try and tune in. Sure, why not? So, I got a story time.
Okay, sorry.
I'm losing weight. I'm eating pretty much every animal on the planet and exclusively animals.
Yep.
Not even looking at all my old favorites of cereals, breads, pastas, and walking massive amounts of steps.
Yeah,
10,000 a day. I got 90. It worked out to like 90,000, I think, this week or something. I posted in a private chat, right?
Nice.
So everything's working great. I'm walking around, and I have to find different areas. Like being in Toronto, there's a lot of places I can walk to, and I passed one of our dollar stores, and I'm going in there. And I was really tickled to get another addition to what I call my crappy collection.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. Now I have. I don't actually. It's not visible anymore. Oh no. Okay, it's up over my head here. I have a bunch of these sets.
Okay.
I bought dirt cheap. But this was one I didn't have, and it took me 10 minutes in the store to make sure.
Yeah.
This I think was $4 or something in Dollarama. And last year I bought a bunch of these things.
Oh.
By the way, they're all horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, I think Big Nate has built them and said they're even clutch is horrible. And then here you go, even some of these smaller ones, right?
Okay.
Now they also have, this is Forever Clever that makes this. They buy licenses up like G.I.Joe, put out this crap really fast. They do one line and then that's it. They also did Power Rangers in bricks, which I have somewhere, but I've only got the small packs like this. I don't have any of the larger packs. But getting that one this week was so cool because I was like, because I thought about, there's 3 sets I think I don't own.
Yeah.
And it was so cool to get that at the dollar store because now that's one less that I need to try and get. It's sad, the box looks so cool, but then when you look at the jet and then you look at the figure, and the figure does not go in the jet.
Yeah.
Why is it only 100 pieces? Who goes out of their way to make sure a set is only always 100 pieces?
Yeah.
Cobra Hiss, where's the Hiss? There's the Hiss tank. Now this I'm stoked about because it looks like at least the figure might fit in there, maybe.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of the G.I.Joe toys as a kid, so I'm pretty. It's funny, as crappy as that is, to find something like that in the dollar store. It's like, that tickled me. So it's like, that's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that is pretty cool.
So there's your build, and you can see some of the other things. So I don't have. Where's my figure? I don't have this.
Yeah. And
I don't have this. I think.
Huh.
So I think I'm only out 2 sets now in this cheap garbage. But yeah, I mean, and I don't Ninja Commando 4x4. Is there a reason you're not calling us Snake Eyes? I mean, because Forever Clever did get the license to use the G.I. Joe. I don't know. One day I'll just do one stream and it'll be all these cheap G.I. Joe sets.
Yeah.
Is there a year in this? 2020.
Oh.
Yeah. Forever Clever. Yeah. I mean, Nate has built some, I think, and he said they were quite horrible. So I'm always tickled by oddities, and that's definitely an AllBricksCount kind of oddity.
Oh yeah. It'd be funny if that 100 bricks or 100 pieces. It'd be funny if the guy who was supposed to make all the different art for the boxes just kept copying and pasting the piece count.
Yeah, and and that could be too. It'll be funny, should I actually count them?
Yeah,
no, I'm not that anal about it. But, so we went out. Okay, so that was story 1 for the week. My final item, another story. This one tickles me because it's like, oh, I got this, and this probably puts me in one of the 2 or 3 people in Canada who's already got this set.
Okay.
Leading into next month. We, me and wifey, so last night we went to Walmart.
Yep.
Picked up the candy crap for our company.
Yep.
And my buddy was with me. This was after eating Greek. And we're just walking around, and it's like, he's looking at his Transformers thing because that's what he's into as a big man child. And me, I'm looking at Lego because that's what I'm into as a man child.
Yep.
And then I'm going okay, the shelves are pretty much what they expect. And I'm just really looking for deals, right? I know there's nothing I really want there.
Yeah.
And I go, why are these boxes on their side up there? Keep in mind, I'm a Walmart employee. It's like, okay, this looks pretty crap, right? So I'm straightening things up. And I see something I absolutely wanted.
Yeah.
And
nice.
Here's the thing. This is not supposed to be out yet.
Oh.
This is street dated November 6th.
Oh.
I showed my buddy. I said, "Watch this! I'll fire it up on the Lego app." November 6th, right? It's like sweet. Yeah. I was going to buy it anyway next month. Now, by buying it last night, I only get 10% discount.
Yeah,
but it's still cool to get a day one release. Before day one, I get a 10% off. If I waited, I could have got 20% off. Even my wife goes, "So why don't you just wait and get it? First week, like." So November 6th is a release date, but my double discount's on the 7th.
Yeah,
I could get 20% off because I really wanted to show it off on the live stream. That's literally the childish reason. It's like, you know what? It's a set I really wanted. I don't know how many in November I'm going to want, but this was absolutely one of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too terribly expensive, and Mario is a big part of my childhood. Playing the NES, playing the Super NES. I didn't have N64, but those two first NES consoles, having Game Boy, the old grayscale one.
Yeah.
64 Shades of Gray. And that thing was funny because we bought the magnifier, the light kit, the stupid add-on for the controllers, a battery pack, a bigger speaker, to the point where that thing weighed like double what it should and was just ugly and ridiculous. Mm-hmm. I never did buy the TV out kit. There was a TV out kit. You could take it apart. You could output it. Oh, wait. Put that back, Brett. He was showing off. Brett, put it back. Put it back. I want to see it. Show us that game again. I want to see that. Okay, I'm going to put it on the big screen. Whoa.
Nice.
So is that Sega Genesis? Wow, man. See, that's one I didn't have. I wanted to get Sega and Intellivision. I loved Intellivision. I thought the games were
Nice.
Oh man. Does it work?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's in it.
2 pads.
It works. Wow.
The gun. Super hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Super Hang On. Oh my god, that was such a good game. First, my all-time favorite game on Sega, Mutant League Football. I could play that game forever and never get bored of it. I thought it was hilarious. My younger brother, he's 10 years younger than me, he hated playing it with me because I was so bad at competitive.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've got to say,
I never let him win.
Yeah.
You got Saturn?
This game as a child.
Oh man, that's a piece of history there. Actually, that's a good question. Do you have any idea what year that was? Do you remember? Because
the Sega is 86, I believe.
80s.
Wow.
Sounds about right because I'm thinking about when I had my stuff. So
it's older than me.
Oh, look at me! Keep streaming. I'm at home. Yeah, because he had stuff too. And if Dan could come on, I mean, I'm not adverse to the idea of staying on. It's just I've showed what I got to show, but yeah, that was so cool to get. So we're in the store, me and my buddy Jason, and my wife's on the other side of the store getting the candy.
Yeah,
and so he's looking at Transformers, and it's real shit selection. T-Fan Page will tell you buying Transformers is real brutal because you don't get half the stuff in Canada. The selection is crap. And honestly, buying the Hasbro branded Transformers as opposed to buying some of the other Transformers, like some of that other stuff's amazing. I don't mean Takara Tomy. I mean the other companies out there who are making unlicensed Transformer stuff. They're duplicating it or even making it better. Upscaled or downscaled versions. Like they're just knocking it out of the parks. Better quality parts sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw this, like, oh god, now here's the problem. At Walmart or any store, well, at Walmart, it's like, am I going to be able to get out of the store? So the first thing I do is I take my phone, fire up the Walmart app, scan it, see if it scans. That'll be a good sign. Is it in the system properly?
Yeah.
It scanned and showed the price. It's good. Now it showed full price being 10 cents more than Lego, but then I get 10% off. What do I care, right? I want it. Now that doesn't mean that I'll be able to get it out of the store, because then that's the next catch. Will it scan at the register? Scanned without problem. Yeah. Because see, every year the January 1st releases, I'm used to either buying them 2 weeks before at Walmart.
Yep.
Or because Walmart doesn't respect street price. If they have it, it goes out there. Because there's generally not a lot of extra storage in any stores, you know.
Yeah.
Mastermind's a good one. They love putting it out 2 weeks before at least, right? So if there's something I desperately want, I think
I
last
got this
year,
2 weeks early.
Oh, what's that?
Hang on,
put it up.
The Widowmaker Tracer sets from Overwatch.
Oh, did you? Okay. I think
I got it
last
at
year my big
Mastermind.
one was I want to say the X-Wing, the TIE Fighter, and I think the Boba Fett ship, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think I got in the pre-January time. And there's it's not like I need it so I can build it, because 99% time it's going on the shelf.
Yeah.
It's the chase. I love the chase too, right?
Mm-hmm.
For some things, it's like I want to have it so I don't stress about it later. And then the other stuff, I'll wait for deals.
Mm-hmm.
Those tend to be stuff that are either super expensive or stuff that I care less about. And actually, okay, there. Brett just put it up this way. Everyone saw it.
Yeah.
Console 86, game 87. That it definitely seems to make sense. You know, my old memory. But I tell you, and I remember the feeling that a lot of people had back in the day of Sega versus Nintendo, because nobody I knew had both, right?
Yeah.
None of our parents could afford both. So it was like, you know, which one did you have? And that also, by the way, that many times would reflect what friends you ended up having, because like, who are you going to hang out with after school? You know, are they other Nintendo guys like you or Sega guys? And sometimes that was a big thing, like depending on where you lived and if more leaned one way or the other. I mean, for me, it was probably mostly Nintendo.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was a price reason for that or an accessibility reason for that. It's just most of my friends had Nintendo consoles and not the Sega.
Yeah.
And then actually my best friend, he had the Sega. He didn't have Nintendos until the 64, and I thought, that's a weird console. That was the one with the funky controller.
Oh yeah, the third controller.
Yeah,
or the third like stand. That's
I
know what you're talking about.
And it's like what ergonomics guy thought that was a good idea? That was just to this day it was the weirdest thing. You know, I know people crapped on the first Xbox, the original big controller. We called it the Duke.
Yeah,
it was really big, and I liked the size of it. And anyone with big hands liked the size of it, but they had one flaw: the 4 colored buttons were not circular. They're kind of teardrop shaped, and they weren't horrible. You could put your thumb actually across all 4, which at times was very useful. But the controller itself, I guess, had other little flaws in it. So then they came out with what eventually became the S controller, which is more or less the standardized shape of the Xbox controller, which really hasn't changed much in 20 years. Very minor tweaks to that style. And people have copied that since.
Yeah, same with the PlayStation controller. Minor tweaks.
Yeah, minor tweaks to the original. What did they call that PSX one? The DualShock. Well, the DualShock.
Yep, DualShock.
When they got to the DualShock level, that was pretty much the standard with very minor tweaks going forward.
Yep.
I remember when my same best friend, by the way, that I was out with the other night, he modified through instructions from a Chinese or Japanese company website. He put a serial port on a PlayStation controller so that, and I had him do one for me so that we could use the PlayStation controller on the PC. And we thought that was the greatest thing, you know, to be playing. And we're talking in 95, right?
Yeah.
95, 96 to be playing with that on DOS and Windows gaming. It wasn't always great. The controller was fine, but the driver support, we only had this one driver that some real smart guy made up, and it worked.
Yeah.
It wasn't remappable though, so however it worked, and then you were stuck with it. And sometimes it meant a button was weird for you, but we had a good time with it. We loved those days because that's what we were doing. We were hacking stuff up.
Yeah.
Taking the end off the controller, and chop and putting the serial port on there, so it would plug into the back of your PC. Because that's what we did to get by. Later on, a company called Gravis. I don't even know if they're still around. They came out with the Gravis controller. It mimicked the Super NES.
Okay.
Rounded controller. Gives you 4 buttons, rounded shape. Not like the original NES. That was I tell you, that NES controller, I don't know how many of us had hand cramps because it was a big rectangle, sharp edges, and the way you would hold it, like you'd have these little triangle indentations in your hand, because if you did a marathon session of 4 or 6 or longer hours, your hand, you would have these horrible triangle bruises in your hand for hours. But so I haven't seen Block post his link yet, or did he?
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yeah, you even showed it on screen.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Yeah.
Did I make it go away? I hope not. I'm not seeing it now. That's why I'm asking. I hope not.
I see his link.
Oh, you see it? Okay.
Yeah, I see it.
StreamYards acts up sometimes. My unified console that shows me chats from everyone watching.
Yeah.
It can be sketchy sometimes. Oh, yeah. Okay. And I just realized I'm not seeing all. Let's put all back on. Ta-da. That helps. Okay. Awesome. Come on, Ryan. I know it's about a 15-minute drive, though, so I don't really expect him to get on before we pass out. But, yeah, this is a pretty weird, eclectic set. I mean, look, Misini, company I've never done before, and free review sets. So, yay, free bricks. And that's where the little kid in me, it's like, that's the Christmas. I was going to buy not this. I was going to buy probably something car-based because I still had a little bit of that in me because they do have some cool stuff.
Yeah.
But you can check them out on YouTube. When I start doing the live streams, which my commitment is to start this within 2 weeks, I'll finish the Lamborghini that I'm building first, and then I'll start. I would say that I'd start this by Tuesday, but the truth is, if I can finish the Lamborghini in the next 2 days, I want to do Chucky for Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Because I do have the Chucky set floating around. It is small. It's not too big a commitment.
Yeah.
And I thought, how cool would that be to do on a Tuesday night? And that's assuming I'm in any shape after work to do it. Generally, But real simple box, real simple. Look at this, 100 pieces. I'm hoping they're printed. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Manufactured by, blah, 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 forever clever.com. So, 100 pieces, instructions. Oh, there is decals. They straight up say. And decals.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, that'll be one of those fun themes where, I think some people will tune out just because, the guy building it isn't even gung-ho about building it. How good? Why should I spend any time?
Yeah.
Oh, hey. So, Block just saw the
Breaking Bad
from last week's show. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, this was is available on Amazon. This was
I saw it.
show. Now, there's 2 different builds available, by the way. I chose this one. Not for any real particular reason. I just think it kind of looked better. I can't remember the price, but you can find that out online. It's not bad. I desperately tried to find, I hate the Amazon sticker, tried to find the actual company, but it looks like there's about 8 to 10 different companies that have pumped this out. I'll never be able to find the original company, and I suspect they lifted this build from Rebrickable.
Yeah.
It's usually, if I can't find the original source, then that's almost a for sure that it's a Rebrickable lift. Especially when everyone pumping it out is no name, because the better of the companies are named. Like even this, which isn't, I wouldn't call a better company, but at least there's a real name with a real contact and a real office, and
Yeah.
not trying to hide from anybody. Whereas some of these other guys are. I mean, look at this one. It's great that the guys who pumped out this set, the Metroid set, they have an organization now where you can get your PDFs here and extra parts here and this and that.
Yeah.
But they're still very no-name-ish and very sketchy in many ways. And as some of them get bigger, then they'll put a real name to it, and that's where I think some of these guys have risen from the ashes. Like, whether I can't say this for Misini, I can't say this for Niflhees or whatever, but they came from somewhere because all of a sudden they're everywhere.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I like trying out everything. It's got to be really, really bad for me not to want to try it. And even when it's bad, sometimes I'll try it just because I'm curious. If it's a price to risk, ratio. If it's not too terribly expensive and I can get a giggle out of it, maybe I'll still commit and buy it. And I've been conned into buying a lot of stuff over the years. Some of it good, some of it really bad.
Yeah.
But I'm stoked for some of the stuff I'm seeing coming out. The new flower sets. I think Lego is just knocking it out of the park with that stuff. I know a lot of people don't dig it, but it's like there's a lot of adults who do, and that's the kind of thing that'll bring the adults in.
Oh yeah, like I saw something from their that botanical line. I don't know if it is coming out or not. I don't know. It was like a set of cactuses, and if so, I'm getting that one because I love cactuses.
Yeah, I mean, right now there's a new set coming out that's small potted plants, 5 to 7. It's like, oh, that's gonna be so cool. My wife's built 2 or 3 of these flower sets. We've bought every one of them except for one, Birds of Paradise, and she hates it. I don't get to build them.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, if she hates it, then I'm not going to buy it. It's hard enough for me to keep the animal sets. Like I got the butterflies and the birds, these and the tiger. Like I want to build these. Yeah. I'm home. Look at that. Ryan. Okay, buddy. Well, no, I give him so much grief sometimes. So he is making the effort. It's like poor guy. It's like Dan last week. He really, really, really wanted to come on, and then was it Big Nate the week before? I think it was the same thing. Like, oh no, oh yeah, last week on my first stream, and then I cut it short after 20 minutes because we had to go to the hospital, right?
Yeah, yep.
And then when Big Nate shows up, he goes, "Your link doesn't work." Yeah, we're gone. I'm on the way to the hospital, dude. And yeah, so actually, I wanted to see something. You had a photo. You did something with a fire station.
Yes.
Thing? Can you show that?
Yep, I can.
It's
pull it down. Oh, it's reachable. It's just right above me here. Make some room. I have 2 of these fire stations. Set number 60215 came back out 2018. So I'm building a fire hall for my city, and I wanted to make it big enough so I could put the fire engine I have that has like the fire engine and the ladder truck.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut you off for 1 second.
Yeah.
What's on your shirt?
My shirt?
Yeah.
T160 from Fallout.
From what?
Fallout, the game.
Oh, hey, that's
Blueprints for T160 or T60 power armor unit.
Oh, dude. Hey, I love all that kind of stuff. Anything that looks like a mech, I'm all into. And you're going to see a lot of those builds. I was going to say between now and Christmas, but let's be honest, everything I say gets pushed back, and now we're probably talking January.
Yeah.
But so you've combined 2?
Yeah, there's 2 of them here. Took their their garages apart, put them together, and then just building the rest of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're mocking your own fire hall for your stud wood.
Yeah. Yep, stud wood.
I'm careful. I'm making sure I slow down enough to say it properly because I'm afraid of what might come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Because within an hour of the stream, there'll be the captions on my recorded stream. that people will see in SD if they watch within an hour, and HD if they watch tomorrow, and then they'll see like, and even at its best, those captions sometimes say some real funny things. And I can edit those. Apparently, I never have, but yeah, some real funky things have come out in the auto captioning. But I'm not going to turn them off because that's searchable, by the way, which can be a problem too. Like if you're on your live stream and you say something, you may not realize it like afterwards. Like it's searchable, and someone searching for that word may eventually trip over your live stream.
Yeah.
You know, after the fact, and it's like, oh, that's got nothing to do with what they were searching for. You may get weird temporary bumps in videos and go, why did I get a bump? And why are they watching 2 minutes on my 1 hour stream, and why that particular 2 minutes? And it's like, because you'll see, it's like, go back and listen to it. You may find like you said an oopsie you didn't realize, and it kind of attracted the wrong kind of eyes, but whatever. Hey, crap happens.
Yeah.
Okay, Dan, your kids must be in bed. You gotta come on. I mean, are you not giving them a little liquor? Because that's a little bit of rum, and they go out like that, man. The kids, they don't have, they're a low metabolism. They're right out. Because it doesn't take much.
Nope.
It's funny, though, when, of course, I'm stalling still. When that package had come in last week, and it was wrapped in the gray thing, and I put it right here.
Yeah.
And then we did the whole stream, and then I forgot about it.
Yeah.
And it's only when I started to put the chapters, because now what I'll do is, like, say tomorrow, I'll take this live stream and I chop it up, and I put chapter jumps in it like a DVD.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm going, hey, I had something from, because I got a bunch of these inbound from these companies that want me to review stuff. And it's like, I had something, and I turned over my shoulder. It's like, son of a gun. It's still wrapped up. We didn't even show it. It's like, and when I realized that that's the only thing I had for this week, it's like, oh, when am I going to show this off? Maybe I'm just going to one-off it, or. But then, this showed up. Metroid showed up a week sooner than I expected. I didn't really expect that until at least next week. That showed up super fast.
Yeah.
I won't be ordering anything from China probably after the next 2 weeks, because it gets real hard to get stuff from China, and then they shut down after Christmas for like 2 weeks. Chinese New Year and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Leading up to it, they legitimately closed down everything, and you could end up waiting like 2 months for stuff. So you can go from a 1 or 2 week wait getting stuff from overseas to 2 months.
Yeah.
If you're not careful, depending on when you order. And I've just got used to it because I've been doing it forever. But yeah. I can only stretch so much. Come on, Ryan. Oh, hey, I know what I could show off, though. Let's see. So I'm going to be I don't know how well this is going to show up on stream.
Oh.
I'll put this here.
Yep. Nice.
So that'll go on my rear windshield. I had it on my last one. This came in. But this is what kills me. There is. Hey, I hear the beep. Okay, hang on, Ryan. Let's see.
Hey,
look at that. And you got
there it is.
So yeah, that's going to go on my rear windshield, but right on the C, it's slightly creased. I'm hoping it'll be okay, because I did have one on my last one. I do have a new Toyota, with the ear around the Toyota logo. My wife wanted it again, so it's like, okay, because it's huge. The first one was bigger than I ever intended. It's like, it's almost that big.
Oh, you got a decal for your rear window?
Yeah, so that'll go on my rear window again. Different company, and this one's slightly smaller, but it's a little better looking. But slight crease, I'm hoping that works out. And then I have, let's see. I have that. I'm not sure how well that's going to show up. Toyota. So the Toyota logo with the Yoda ears.
No.
And she just loved it on the last one, but it's huge. I mean, it's 5-6 inches across. I thought it was smaller the first time I ordered it, so now I ordered it a second time. And I only ever put it on the glass because it's super easy to remove, right?
Yeah.
I got my Maple Leaf. And
Thanks.
there's a smaller one that they send for free. And I have, actually, I won't even talk about what I have coming. I got 1 or 2 more coming. Well, here's the thing. It's the most popular SUV, right? The RAV4. So it's like, it's not that I have the most popular color, but plenty of people have the same color. And I still don't know my new license plate because I got a new plate after 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know my plate. It's every time I come out of Yorkdale, because I tend to walk to Yorkdale now because the weather's bad, and or I'll walk in there and I come out of Yorkdale. It's like, where's my car? So it takes me a minute or two. Thank God for the Toyota app because I could also find my car with the Toyota app now.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, most new cars have this gimmick now. The app is horrible though. No, and my understanding is so is almost everyone else's, at least everyone I talk to. But like the Honda one ain't great, but the Toyota one is particularly bad. Yeah, it's great. I could start my car with my app. Yeah, it's great. I can lock and unlock, and that's all fun stuff. And I can see my gas mileage and what I got left in the tank. That's all great, but the app is so piss slow that I could leave my apartment, get in the elevator, get down to the car in the back parking lot faster than the app will refresh that information on my phone. And I got high speed everything, right? So, yeah, thank you, Toyota, for making a trashy app. To be fair, their gimmicky satellite thing that's built into the car, I mean, that's half the problem too, right?
Oh, yeah.
But maybe that's why they try and sell you. There's a kind of a service they sell you, and I won't buy it. Maybe that's it. They give you the freebie one, piss slow, and they want you to pay for the other one. I don't know.
Probably.
So, did your customer ever show, Ryan?
It took them long enough, but yeah. So that's 2 hours of my day. That's always fun.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were already on your way there when you first mentioned to us?
I was. I guess I was just getting into the car. I was backing out of the driveway, and all of a sudden it starts raining again. I was like, "Oh, Jesus Christ! Not another one." Here was the same guy. Yeah, do you mind if you wait for us there? I think we need some other stuff. We'll beat you there. Yeah.
Oh man.
Not fucking likely.
Well, hey, your boss better appreciate.
Oh, I already
You give good service, and you're trying to keep the customers happy. And
I texted. I was like, I said, effing so and so, and I was, and then it was, I'm so effing sick of farmers for one season. Yeah.
Well, I mean, who was
and me coming from the farm? That says something.
Yeah, I mean, who was posting in our channel or in our chat pictures of snow already? That's one of our American friends. Wasn't that Brian?
That was Brian. Was it Brian? He's the one that does all the Technic motors,
all the Technic cars and stuff.
I'm not sure where he's from, but no, we got snow out here too.
Oh, you got snow already?
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah, we got snow here too.
I got snow apparently 2 hours north of me. Meanwhile, Toronto for the last 2 days. Well, okay, today maybe not so much because it was 13 degrees, but it was nice. Don't get me wrong. It was nice at 13 degrees. Yesterday, that was 22. And it was just like beautiful.
-2 right now where I am at.
Oh man, I dread it.
Yes,
I'm gonna hate that. I leave my water in the car, and as soon as it freezes, then I got to come up with another plan. What am I going to do about water?
Yeah.
But,
yesterday was cold and windy.
Oh man,
it wasn't nice.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you got home safe.
This afternoon, I had to put the lawnmower away, put the kids' bikes away. It was like, well, I guess winter's here to stay, so I got to finish all that stuff. But
so you put the bikes in the garage. You hang them up, or
no? I've got a shed in the backyard so I'll put the snow. I can run the snowblower in there, and then put the bikes in there, put the mower in there. Just I swap them around, so I'll put one in the garage, for the season, and then the other go in the shed.
Oh yeah.
That's not like a insulated shed, is it?
No.
No. Okay. So you're not keeping bricks or anything back there, right?
No.
So another one of my friends, he just realized. So he keeps, unlike me, where I can't possibly keep my stuff all here,
Yeah.
and I have the storage units. He's been keeping a large amount of stuff in the shed, which has been great up until now. He's now got more time. He just retired and he started pulling some sets. And now he's finding not just a little, he's finding massive amounts of breakage and cracks.
Oh.
Expansion and contraction, not your friend, especially with the minifigs, right?
Yeah.
Because that's with Lego, the minifigs and a handful of other pieces are actually multiple pieces that come together. So yeah, they he's not too happy that what has been like 1 to 2 decades of collecting is kind of, some of it's gone poof.
Yikes.
Some he's opening, he's not having a problem that are older. Others he's finding like, what the hell? I only bought this 5 years ago, and he's finding these signs. He's the original buyer. It's not like someone else abused them. But he's finding, the stuff that has been living in the shed for a long time has not done well with the hot summers and cold winters. And it's not even those hot and cold points. It's sometimes that rapid change. That's the scariest point. The rapid change when it's warm this week and then super cold for a day, and then, oh, dude. Nice.
So I've been working cleaning up some stuff.
Nice.
For my new display.
Yeah.
If you've been watching my videos, you'll know.
Very nice.
And then this is the real cool thing. I've got it all nice and cleaned up. That there.
Oh, nice.
The footsteps. Do you have a foot figure? A foot action figure?
You know what? That's the one thing I never got.
Really, eh?
Is the original action figure.
And I know they were a very weird figure. I love that popping out. Yeah, that is so cool.
Pop out. You put the guy on there.
I really wish that the Turtles toys had come out when I was a kid, as opposed to when my brother was a kid. He was the one. He got the pizza thrower and a bunch of the other things you can get. And
I thought I had the pizza thrower, but I don't.
You don't? Oh,
no,
dude.
I thought I had that for some reason.
I was such a horrible brother. It's one of the few times where I messed him and his toys up. Because, of course, he got into my stuff and did all kinds of havoc to my stuff. But the pizza thrower, that was all me, because I was playing with that and I lost all kinds of those. I think it was 7 that came with it. Wow. I guarantee you I lost half of them myself.
Yeah, like I obviously I didn't. Maybe it was one of my buddies had the pizza thrower. Because I remember playing with one.
That's the worst part. Like, there's absolutely toys I was convinced I had as a kid. And then, your memory is sketchy as you get older, but it's like, and I realized, you know what? My friend had this and this other friend had that. And that was what was going on, because we were all playing together, bringing our stuff over to each other's houses. Yeah, so you were the one who was asking about the stickers.
Yeah. See,
yes, that's right.
That's like 7-year-old me. So it's like up on the side.
So, I mean, that doesn't look too bad. Now, here's the thing. Glue over the years, a lot of it is crap. Now, depending on the paper or if it was plastic and how aggressive you were in applying it, you might be able to remove it. Just like, I've done with a lot of used Lego sets over the years where I've removed a badly placed Lego sticker and put it back on. and have gotten pretty decent results. And I know Brad did that for one set for me where he had it's one of the rare times I bought a used set from him. And I go, man, this looks like trash, this and that. And he basically said something to the effect like, what if I fix it?
Yeah.
If you make that look better, because I didn't mind buying it used, because if I'm buying it used, it's not about it being perfect. I'm buying it used because maybe I have an attachment to it.
Yeah.
And he did that. And it's like, you know what? He did such a good job lifting and redoing the stickers. And they didn't come off when I was doing the set. So your luck, you might come out okay with it. I don't know.
I'm sure if I try taking these off, they'll probably start coming off and leaving that paper. You know how it leaves that white. I'm sure it will.
Which you can use Goo Gone or other things. Use the mildest stuff first before you graduate up to the ones that are poisons and acids.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I could suggest, and it depends where you want to spend your money. If you can't find a reproduction company that'll do that.
Oh, I already have.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Yeah, I have like everything I have. I got something else I'll show you here. I just haven't cleaned it and put it back together. But that same place where I've gotten decals and stuff for Lego, that guy in Australia, he makes reproduction for this stuff.
Oh, okay. Here's what I was going to suggest, but if you already got someone who's going to make it easier for you, great. Because you can take a color accurate photo with your phone, iPhone or Android, doesn't matter. You know, just be very consistent. Make sure it's perfectly level. I wouldn't do it top down because you'll never get the lighting right. Have the lights behind you. Do your best to get a color accurate shot, stable shot, and get a color laser print done at on decal paper at Staples or someone else, a printing house or whatever. Staples will probably be cheaper no matter what, only because I can't imagine the printing house doing anything as a one-off.
Yeah.
Whereas Staples will, but then you might pay a little bit for it.
So
and I have had them print some stuff over the years.
I think 4 sets with shipping from Australia, I think, is $80 for stickers.
If it redoes your sets,
but it's like the one is like 2 big sticker sheets for the one thing.
Okay.
Like big sticker sheets, like they'd be like, I don't know, like an 8x11.
Have you seen any reviews on their non-Lego labels? Like everyone's happy with it, or you don't know one way or the other?
Well, that's they do displays and stickers is basically what they do. That's that Zach Perry or whatever.
Yeah, I think you and me have both dealt with him before.
He's got 100% feedback.
Yeah, because most of the repo stickers I've had were from, I assume him from Australia, and I think it was eBay I was buying them from at the time. He was advertising on eBay, and you know the ones I got were amazing. You could actually say better than Lego sometimes, just because the material he was doing. And I don't know about now, but at the time I was getting 2 stickers. I was getting, I don't know if he was intending to do that or if they stuck together, but the few I had done, it's like I was getting 2 every time. It's like, great. You screw up one, you had another one. And in my case, I didn't screw them up, so I could hand off another to somebody else and just let them know, hey, it is a reproduction, but if you don't care, here you go. And unless you are really, like if you can touch it and stuff, a lot of times you couldn't tell anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I have bought repo stickers from other people where I've touched them and the sticker smeared.
Oh.
So they're printed on a glossy stock, and I guess it doesn't get into the gloss below the gloss layer effectively. So you it didn't dry effectively, and it just ruined it. But the guy you ordered from, I think, is probably one of the better ones. There's another one, I think, 1 Million Prints. I don't know if he's still doing that stuff. He's the guy who did my Canadian stickers for that shuttle up behind me that I got to do one day.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, he did it's printed elements, so he print right on the bricks, right?
Nice.
Yeah. I think he's doing UV printing, so it's really nice stuff to do. I probably got a couple projects I might want him to work on. Get me some more stuff. If he's still in that market, I don't know, because it's been a long time since I bothered. So what is this here? I don't recognize this. I don't have a clue. I don't know.
I think they call it the Shell Razor or something. It's like bad guy vehicle.
Oh, it's their
Oh.
vehicle. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. And I don't know
Nice.
if you remember from like the first season where there's like the flying cars, so actually the wheels
huh.
will tuck.
Oh yeah, well
underneath,
they're all hanging with
supposed to be able to
Krang
fly.
or whatever his name is, the big brain, and yeah.
Nice.
Again,
So I
my
gotta
brother
clean
was.
that up.
You gotta remember how much older I am than.
Got a windscreen. I gotta give a good cleaning. This is from.
Yeah. Is it
years since
scratched?
This one.
Your windscreen? Is it just dirty or scratched too?
I think it's just dirty. It's just really dirty. I don't think it's.
You could try on a small section.
Not scratched badly.
Not scratched bad. You could try toothpaste and see what your mileage. I mean, you might want to try on something else like an old cassette case or something just to see what the effect is on scratched plastic. But toothpaste used to be amazing for working out minor scratches because there's abrasives in toothpaste and it can take down the smallest of scratches. Won't help you with anything deep.
Well, I'm going to start with just. I haven't even taken Windex or anything to it and a microfiber and just see what it does to start. But
I'm usually not too fussed if there's scratches in the plastic. It's like, hey, whatever.
No, like, what are you going to expect? It's this.
Yeah.
So this is. What was it? That's 1989, and does this have the date on it? It's one nice thing with Playmates. They had their dates on just like everything.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this was 87 or 88, but I can't see it.
I was going to take
wagon.
Photos or videos of an acquisition that I had acquired from a friend, but I've already handed it off. I had acquired 2 Mega Technodromes middle of the week.
Oh, 2?
2. Yeah.
I know
it was
you
a good
picked
deal.
up
It was. I had gotten the one for myself originally.
Yeah.
Last year, right? And but a deal came up, and I was trying to work an angle for something for me. And in the end, the thing I wanted, it wasn't going to be something I was going to pay money for. When I saw it, like, son of a gun. He goes, well, what about these? Would you be interested in these? I called 2 friends, and I went and picked it up within half an hour. And by the end of the night, I had them handed off. So it's like everyone was super happy and good deals. Actually, technically a better deal than I got originally. So it's
really?
like son of a bitch, but that's okay. I hate whatever. It's funny how
I'm still looking for. I want to get the Mega Party Wagon. Like there was that deal that I talked to you about. The guy was selling like all of them.
You and me were competing for it. I mean, that deal was something else. And
he did sell it. Like I kind of kicked myself. Maybe I should have just did it and then tried to sell the second.
I know at one point I know we had one conversation of maybe breaking it up between us and figuring out a fair way to do it. I know, and it's like because everything was in like such good shape and the boxes were great and all that. Like they were all sealed. Where we were ever going to get a deal that would have made like it was such a good deal. And I don't think we'll ever see that again like that.
No.
I know. I don't have as deep pockets as I used to, so it's like I got to be a little bit more cautious these days. Yeah, but that's one I still kick myself.
I've got Brad kind of keeping an eye out, but he doesn't get into much Mega stuff. But actually, I think he said he found one, but he was trying to work out a deal with the guy, and he couldn't. I don't think he wasn't having much luck. Kind of coming to an agreement. So, and
those are the worst ones where the guy's got. Even when he was trying to work with me on that one set that caused our big rift, it's like when someone's got it and you've got that connection and it doesn't work out. Like, geez, man, just hate it. You know, and I get that.
But
there's stuff now I'm still negotiating with people. Like, okay, 2 people have the Mega Space Shuttle that I want. Okay, new inbox, because I don't care how many I find on eBay used. I'm never buying that thing open. Eileen found me one for whatever it was. I think it was $45. But there's just no way. When I was with Dan, when I was helping him move, and we're going through his stuff, and I picked up his used semi-built space shuttle box, and my heart sank when I did it. And he said, "No problem, Rick," because he knew the condition of it. I lifted it up, and the box basically collapsed. It was so old and beat up that the shuttle fell into the bigger box that we were hauling it in. And you know, it's one of those. I think it was like a vegetable box with the flaps on the bottom and the parts are going under. I spent a good 10 minutes trying to put this back together. And like I said, it's not really my fault. And clearly everyone was rushed in trying to get his stuff moved. And it was moving his collection, which wasn't just Mega, largely Mega, and then he had some of those other toys. That was just a beast of a move. And it's a multi-day thing. And I don't know how much he eventually put in storage, but someday when he gets his act together and starts doing his A channel and starts pumping this stuff out, building stuff or showing his built stuff, like he comes on here and talks, but it's like, you guys don't have a clue just how much. Now, from my perspective, when I look at him, he's far less of a builder and much more of a collector flipper when you saw the quantities of everything he had. But that's okay. It's, you know, that's just a different part of the market. You know, I don't disrespect or I don't respect them less for it, but it's like, you know, I was packing up like 50 of them, the figure packs, and 20 of this set. And there's 1 or 2 things I definitely wanted. And at some point we'll discuss it. But the problem is at that point, they're going to go up in value even more. And I won't want to discuss it because I wasn't going to bug them then and there. Big Nate. Oh, hang on. Now I'm seeing it through our chat. Hope you all had a good stream. Dude, we're still streaming. Just got home from a craft show. It was outside. We got caught. It's here. Someone got to tell him he's got to come online. Where's our chat? I mean, we could do 5 more minutes and get him online. Where's our chat here? Oh, there. Okay, you told him. Let's see if he jumps. Because if he's probably got a good story. Because I mean, dude, when he did he did the toy show, right? Did you hear the story, Ryan? Well, you weren't on last week's show, right?
No.
Okay, so he had a table. I think it was $50 to buy in for the table, and he said by the end of the show, he made $1. And he factored in the cost where he sold, like he made $1. I feel for him because that reminded me of a year ago when Ken did that one show in Toronto that him and me promoted more than the guy promoting the show. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
Me and my daughter go to that show, and we get there an hour after it started. And he's there. He's pretty much the only real brick vendor. There's 1 or 2 other guys. It's basically a manga anime cosplay show. But that's not the way it was presented to him, and surely not to me when I helped promote it. He bought in. I can't remember what his buy-in cost. He had like 3 or 4 tables, $150, whatever it was. So I kid you not, we figured out, I think 98 people attended the show.
Yeah.
I think he bugged out at 2:30 when it was supposed to end at something closer to 4. And of course, I wasn't buying anything because his stuff was largely used in the minifigs, and I'm not buying any of those. I'm not buying that anymore. So I don't buy pity stuff. You know, if there was something I wanted, I would have bought it. But yeah, he come out so far in the hole on that show because he came to Toronto the night before. So it was a hotel stay, him and his kid, I think. The table, food, and all that gas because he's coming from like Ajax area. 3-4 hour drive here. So he got so screwed on that one show.
Yeah.
So I really feel for anyone who buys into a show and pays for a table and you just don't know. And like, that's just something else. So for him to say, for Big Nate to say he got, oh, I can't even see the chat. Did he say anything? Is he coming in? He hasn't said anything yet.
No.
I haven't seen nothing. So.
Big Nate.
He hasn't checked the chat since he posted. So.
Well, if I do this, I put his name in it, then he'll get a ding. Not that I necessarily want to go longer. I do have work in the morning, but
yeah.
we'll give him a minute. I have been so tempted. Well, see, even when we had the Lego shows like BrickFed,
Yeah.
I would go and I would put stuff in my backpack and I'd sell stuff there at the show that way. And they hated that because I'm being sneaky, right? Whenever someone was going to buy this, they were the poly bags, the minifigs and stuff. So when someone was at someone's table, that, I'd be right behind their head. I'm not even kidding, right behind their head.
Yep.
And I'd be going, meet me outside at 1 o'clock and I'll give it to you for whatever lasts, right? And I'd be doing this all through the show. And at 1 o'clock, I'd go outside and I'd have, 10 people waiting for me. Because we have in and outs. You get that little stamp on your hand.
Yep.
And like they catch on in the second show, third show. They banned me from the show. Because I'm making mad money flipping the poly bags. I'm not paying for a table. I'm not out of pocket anything other than my entrance fee, which was like $5 or something. So, yeah, the good old days. But, like this summer when I went to the Transformers show, TFCon here in Toronto, yeah, the guys coming in.
Yep.
I don't know if it's encouraged, but there's absolutely guys coming in with either shopping bags or even little garden carts full of toys.
Mm-hmm.
And they're buying, selling, trading, sometimes with the guys, with the vendors, but whatever.
Yep.
It seemed to be allowed, or at least they turn a blind eye to it.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's all fair. I don't know. I know some guys don't like it though. That is so cool looking.
Nice.
So is that complete now?
This?
Yeah.
So that stows away.
Because I didn't recognize it. I wouldn't know if that's complete or not.
All I have to do is put the running boards on. So I gotta be really careful. I was being stupid the other night when I took it out.
You snapped the clip?
So this, I didn't quite understand just how it went on. And I thought maybe the clips had spread.
Yeah.
So I'm in there screwing around and snap the clip off.
You could do your best and be so careful with the age of the plastic.
Yeah.
It's very possible you're still going to snap them anyway.
Yeah, so I crazy glued it on. So at least it holds.
Yeah.
So
I've used
stays.
Not crazy glue sometimes, but I've used
Gorilla glue is what I used anyway.
Well, I've used softer glues that will get me a result so it'll stay together. But if I do need to try and pinch it again, it won't crack. It'll just break off cleanly. And then, if you have to, you can glue it again. Like, actually, hot glues can be good for that because, they'll make a bond that'll work for you. But if you ever need to pop it again, you can, and you'll have a broken piece again, but it'll be clean enough that you can scrape it off, go at it again. Where sometimes when you crazy glue a crack, you'll get a whole new problem when you have to pop it again someday.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's just too good, right? Or too rigid. I mean, none of these were meant to be taken apart once we snapped them together. We're definitely...
No, exactly. And it would have been fine if I should have went and if I'd Googled it, I would have seen how it properly went on and oh, that's wide.
Yeah.
Stop working. Yeah.
So
Stupid me.
you weren't around earlier, Ryan. So, hey, how come I missing? Oh, I moved Misini off the screen.
I know. I seen the Lighthouse. I had it kind of play in the background. I seen the Lighthouse. I didn't see the G.I.Joe thing.
Yeah, another. So that was a Dollarama find, and I'm hoping maybe the other two that I don't have in the wave that I can get. But and then this was a Walmart find. This is early. This is Breaking
Yeah, I
Street.
seen when I was driving home. I was listening. I heard you talking on that.
And I'll show you. Let's see, brand. This is the bag.
Yeah,
The Chinese set. The Metroid Samus.
I managed to catch everything. Then I just had it kind of.
Yeah, I only
playing.
had the 4. So yeah, you did okay. And
Yeah, is that what do you call it? Metroid Prime? Like I've heard of that video game, but I never played it.
yeah, I mean, I played the NES Metroid. I played the Super NES one. I played the Game Boy one. I don't think I've played anything else. So yeah, that was my little haul.
Yep.
There we go.
Cool.
And Brett's been chilling. He
Yep.
showed us some game stuff.
Yeah, I seen. Was that in television? Is that
Sega. No. I said in television. He has Sega stuff there.
That was just a Sega Genesis he showed there.
Sega Master System, I think.
Oh, so that was a predecessor.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that was the Master System. And so like 86, 87 should have been Master System.
Oh,
I think the Genesis was 16-bit. Because that would make sense because the Saturn was 32. If I've got all my history right.
Okay, so that Master was an 8-bit then.
I'm
So
pretty sure it was 8-bit.
It would have been
Nintendo level.
Nintendo. So Genesis was like Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I know I had a couple guys in the that I went to school with had Genesis. I had NES. I never had Super NES till I think I bought mine when I was in college.
Oh, dude.
Actually, from the game store. And then my wife's ex had a PS1 and he hardly played it. He ended up giving it to me. He didn't even ask. He didn't want anything for it. He just gave it to me.
Really?
And actually, I sold that for way too cheap.
Wow.
So I was like, I had no real attachment to it, so I sold it with games for like $100.
Oh, wow. So the Nintendo and Super Nintendo are still in family possession. My mom has them. Technically, she's got the Atari 2600 still, I think.
Yeah, I've shown you. Our Atari is still in the original box under the stairs here.
There's 40 games. We ruined the color TV that Atari was plugged into because when you turned off the TV, Pac-Man and Combat and E.T. and Defender were all burned into it.
Oh, really?
The phosphors of the TV, yeah.
We had we've got E.T. I know we've got that multi-pack game that has like Combat and I can't even think of all the games.
Did you ever have any of the double cartridge end where you flipped the cartridge and you had another plug-in? So yeah, I had basically two cartridges sandwiched together.
I'm not sure. I know we had an ice hockey one.
I had a multi-game one that had the double ends.
Our neighbor had a few of them.
Joystick where you had a dial, you could turn up the firing rate. Technically cheating.
Oh, yeah.
So we had those on for two controllers.
Did you ever play Stampede?
Yes.
Stampede. That was actually fun.
I loved most of the Activision games were some of the best games.
Yeah.
Stampede was Activision. And God, it's so funny to think how far Activision's gone, right? I mean, now we're talking Call of Duty? Is that right? Call of Duty is under Activision?
Yeah, that I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't tell you for sure. I'm hardly a Call of Duty player. Microsoft's got them though, eh? Activision Blizzard. Yeah, I think that sale has been finalized or will finalize now. All the legal hurdles, between the European Union and North America, the two governing bodies that were fighting the merger of the companies and Microsoft buying them out, like, nope, Microsoft's getting it.
All right.
So, but I mean, Sony's worries are ridiculous. Oh, this is going to stifle competition. This is going to do this and that. Number one, Call of Duty sells 8 times more in Sony platforms than it does on Microsoft's platform on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft's not going to turn down 8 times the money. They're going to keep printing the game. No worries, guys. And they promised at least 10 years. And the fact that they made that agreement with Nintendo, just to make sure that everyone understands, we'll put it out on every platform if it makes money. I think that went a long way to easing everyone's worries. I tell you, though, if I was Microsoft, I would not honor that deal. I would not put it out on the other console. Or if I did, I would cripple it, right?
I wish
I would make it
I wish
unplayable.
more shooter games would come out on Nintendo, but they have hardly any.
For North America.
There's one
North
coming out.
America,
Red Dead's coming out on Nintendo.
Yep.
I do like Red Dead. I like the first one. I didn't play the other one, so I can't speak to that one. I did like the first one.
This
Open
new
world
one's kind of,
games are
it's
great.
weird. It's got like a zombie apocalypse type game part of it. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There's a
I have
game
to
I
look.
know.
I think it's still a pre-order. I have to look and see if it's out yet or not.
Did you
Well,
guys?
and
Sorry to cut you off, Jordan.
no worries.
I was going to ask, have you guys ever played BioShock?
No, I've seen commercials for it.
The first BioShock is amazing. The story, like, it's a first-person shooter style story, really story-driven RPG. I don't even think there was a multiplayer to it, so single player. The story is so cool and creepy, and I think they were even making a movie of it. I don't know whatever happened to that, but it was amazing. And like, I would play it in the dark with a projector, putting it up on the wall, and just stuff was so amazing and creepy. Those guys knew how to tell a story.
Oh yeah.
And they made the second one. The second one was okay. I played it through, not as good as the first. And then they made the third one. I never got into it at all. I think it was horrible. That's when
Dan says if you were still around, he's going to power up his computer.
Well, we're on right now, but he's got to get on now because we're 2 hours, man. This is long. It's not our longest show, but we have stretched. We were, I mean, I know you had stuff, and it was like, okay. Me and Jordan were just, I don't know what else we can do. I'm running out of words to say. We only got 4 sets, It's not like the old days where I had $1,000 worth of stuff on the table.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing a lot of that anymore. I'm trying.
Did either of you buy anything that 30% off Lego for with Razor Crest and the
no.
Yeah, neither did I. It was
no, I didn't.
The gunship was tempting for $350.
Oh, sorry. I did. I have and it was more than that. It was like 40%. The hideous Panther sets, I think.
Oh, well, that has been for a long time.
It has been for a long time.
Yeah.
It was just something like, you know what? Okay. It's going to suck now. It's going to suck for a long time. Fortunately, despite it sitting around, there's actually not a lot of it. It's just that it hasn't moved. Some gambling, and I put some away.
Yeah.
But it is hard to turn down such a deep discount, but it's not. It's not.
Funny how it's gone, because 3 years ago, Lego would not discount anything of any value, and all of a sudden, like, to have UCS Star Wars sets for 30% off, that is very rare.
Yeah,
I do think it's a sign of the overproduction on some stuff, especially the Razor, which is funny because we know Mandalorian's hot.
Yep.
But see, as hot as Mandalorian is, it's not original Star Wars.
Yeah.
And there's always that argument that the fan base for those original movies, 3, 4, 5, 6, trumps everything else put together. It does. Like, okay, Clone Wars has a great fan base. As good as that is, it still doesn't come close to 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a generation of people who grew up watching the movies that came out in 2001 and on. Great. Still doesn't trump 4, 5, 6. And then, you make, the same year you get the Razor Crest and you get, was it the Snow Speeder, right? I think they both came out in the same year.
Yeah.
As UCSs. The Snow Speeder sells like hotcakes. And the Razor Crest never really sold out. Like, it never disappeared. I think there was 3 days or 4 days where it was off the site.
Yeah.
It was not hard to get. But again, we're never going to know their numbers because Lego never reports them. Some things I'm still shocked about, like the Panther set. Of all the things you could make a bust of, don't get me wrong, that movie was hot. That did well for Marvel.
Yeah.
In many ways, to me, that was a surprise hit because Panther was a B character or C level character, period, in the comic books. I remember the 80s. I had all those Avengers books. Panther was C level at best.
Why wouldn't they have done the Vader, like a big Vader bust that had the chest plate?
Dude, a gigantic Vader bust.
Like, if you're gonna make a big, like something big like that, fuck. No, that would have sold like crazy.
Dude,
because you have
giant
you have 40 years of fans that would be,
bust. Come on.
but you have 40 years of fans that would jump all over that.
Yeah.
Versus, like, there's lots of people that like Star Wars. Some of them never even watched Mandalorian.
Well, no, this is what I'm saying. Like, as hot a property as Mando was, which, by the way, still smokes, probably Boba, still smokes Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And they have stuff they can't move or don't move as well as they had hoped.
Hey, Eileen.
Hey, let me.
Hello.
Where's my chat? There we go. Hello. We're waiting for Dan.
I
Dan's
reshared
great,
the link because it was way up the chat.
Yeah, he's lazy about that. It's like, where's the links?
Well, it took me. I knew it was there. It took me a while to find it myself.
Yeah, they never delete. It's like, and it's like someone new who joins our private chat. They can look through the entire history.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm worried about bad mouthing someone if I invited them and before they weren't, on my good list or something. Like, if you're in there, you're in there. And of course, we created that channel this year because 2 months ago because of Big Nate, all that shenanigans, and I just wasn't willing to move us all back. It's like, we did our best to accommodate him, and it all whatever worked. It worked.
It was weird why it wouldn't work for him, eh?
I still don't have any idea, honestly. I just blame, Facebook. I mean, they're just crap. It's amazing they've gone 20 plus years, on what seems to be a, garbage platform they've never really updated properly.
Facebook, wasn't it 2007?
Was it really 2007?
Yeah. I've never seen anyone with 2007 is the earliest I've ever seen anyone.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But still, that's 17 years almost.
Yeah, I mean, which is an eternity in the tech sector.
Remember, was it MySpace or something was right before that? I had one of those accounts, but it was weird.
I had the GeoCities webpage. I mean, and you're looking like you never heard of that. Like, we had GeoCities in the 90s. Everyone who had a GeoCities webpage, everyone had the same 10 animated GIFs or GIFs, right? Under construction. You had a horrible animated background because you liked anything animated, but it made your site look like everyone else's, and it all looked like trash. That was the days of the modems, the telephone modems.
Oh yeah,
that wasn't cable or DSL connections. That was telephone modems.
Yeah, I remember in grade 9 or grade 10, there was one computer in the school that had internet, and I remember, you go in there and listen.
Well, yeah. Well, that was my original Midnight Online, right? Or that's where HSDEMONZ come from. I had Midnight Online and I had High Speed Demons, and that's where later when I ended up closing it, I took that and just went with HSDEMONZ. So if you've seen a handful of things I've done over the years with some online gaming or Xbox, you'll see HSDEMONZ because that was my name. Hey, stranger.
Hey, Dan.
Dan.
The kids are asleep. You're a good father now.
Oh, I had a war on my hands. He's like, I want to play games. I'm like, you promised me we play a game. I'm like, yeah, we played one game. You're gone.
Come on, Eileen.
It's Saturday night.
Links in the chat.
Yeah, let them play.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, they woke up at 7 o'clock yesterday, this morning. So I'm like, you need to get some sleep tonight. So I was trying to.
When's the handoff? Is that tomorrow?
Tomorrow afternoon, yeah, in the evening.
Well, then you definitely should have let them stay up all night.
They did yesterday, so it's all good. Yeah, that would have been funny for them. But
I'm back tired and cranky and hopped up on sugar.
Yeah, but I still got that's tomorrow. Tomorrow, if they wake up early, I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? Okay. So they can be cranky at nighttime for the other side.
Friday nights, my dad was so cool with us. Like, he never gave a crap. Whoa, hey, look at this. Shazam.
Hello.
How you doing, Eileen?
Doing good. Getting ready for Christmas.
Already?
God, don't say that.
It's not even like
I'm sorry. I got my Christmas cards ready. I'm doing good.
Wow.
I can't remember the last time I mailed and when I say me, I mean my wife. The last time we mailed a Christmas card, I can't imagine when.
It's funny how many years that we did Christmas cards, had them all ready, and never mailed them.
Never mailed them.
Really?
So many times.
We weren't that bad. We weren't that bad.
No, well, I don't get any blame for that. That's my wife.
And again, we being my wife.
Never send them out.
I couldn't tell you how many people we sent them to because, trust me, my signature never went on any of them. I don't sign cards now. You know, whatever birthdays or Christmas or things we get to, it's either my daughter or my wife, and they make the cards. I don't micromanage. I delegate.
I make hubby sign his mother's on his family.
And that's fair. But even my mom knows I'm not signing. You know.
Oh, if it's any presents, they know where it came from. So yeah.
Well, for years I didn't even talk to my mom, so it's all my wife. My wife is the only reason I have a relationship with my family actually at all. So God bless my wife. She being smarter than me, you know.
What is that, Ryan?
You know what that is. You recognize that. You probably bought some of those for your kids, Eileen. The Turtle Van. Teenage Turtles.
Is this a new one or a vintage one?
This is 87, probably.
87, 88.
I know
I can't find the date on it. But it's got to be there because they date everything. But
I would imagine it's on the biggest piece of plastic. If it's the green piece.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it's on the roof.
On the inside?
It's probably under a sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Kenner with Star Wars, they were big on that. Like, where they would put some of their copyright numbers, the imprint, it'd end up under a sticker sometimes. The figures were easy because it was always on the inside of the leg, right near the crotch. Usually. And then I think with Hasbro with G.I.Joe, I think they put it on the back near the hole, the screw hole in the back. Eileen, you said, can I join? You never have to ask. Everyone who can see the link can join. That's the whole.
Yeah, but sometimes it's a boys' night in total Star Wars. I don't know.
You're the only lady. Well, actually, you and Rosalind are the only ladies in the chat, so it's always a boys' night unless you show.
Okay, I bought 2 Gabby doll houses. I'm not insane.
Really?
So when the girls build theirs, I'm gonna build mine. Then we can play Gabby doll house together.
Oh man!
And I was smart. Amazon had it on sale, and that's when I bought it.
I almost bought the Barbie movie Super Dream
the
House.
mega one, the mega Trucks one. Yeah,
I was thinking about it, but in my head, to rationalize that, I went, okay, then I'm going to need to buy the car set and the like.
Who are you kidding? You're gonna buy that car regardless. Pink Corvette.
I don't know.
You know you're gonna buy it.
Oh, come on, Rick. You know you're gonna get it.
You're gonna get it. You're just gonna look.
No,
for
I haven't
deals.
done it. I haven't done it yet, but stay tuned to a future episode this year.
Oh,
Well, I'm gonna stump you with one, Rick. I can see if have you seen these things?
Hang on, Angry Birds. I'm going to put you up on the bigger screen side. I don't have all 5 of us, so.
No.
I don't think so now. So who puts it out?
Who the company is, I have no idea, but they've got all the like main characters from that last movie. What was it? The one, the bird chick, the ice girl, or whatever it was. I don't see the Oh yeah, he's in here too. Hold on a second. The eagle guy that gain his courage or whatever to fight the piggies. The cop guys that are dumb as doorknobs kind of thing in the movie. The guy who blows up all the time, the bomb guy.
And these are all brick compatible.
Yeah, they're 100%. There's like the little girl brick one, little mailbox.
Now, see, I'm curious because I don't remember, because Lego has Angry Birds, right?
Well, different now, right? And there's the main character girl.
I'm just curious, like, now does this replicate Lego stuff, or is it?
They have sets. I just don't have them handy. I wish I had the box that had them. But I could actually. They have full on sets from the movie too. Okay. So the brand is the Dookie, I guess.
I know I bought some just because they're so cheap.
Right.
They didn't do well.
No, they didn't do well because they didn't market it to anything big. This showed up in the dollar store.
Yeah, that's it. That's where.
Right? Okay. Yeah, the dollar store would have been that, and then there's the daughter. I think is the one. Oh, and then the guy who does what's his face of the character?
No worries, Brett.
The actor guy.
Did anyone hear that Matthew Perry passed away?
Yeah, yep.
I just in the last hour, Chantel or...
Wait, whoa, hang on. Say that again?
Matthew Perry. Like from Friends?
Yeah.
Chandler.
No.
Yeah, 54.
Yep. Oh, that's
wow.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that number. That's a bad number, dude.
They found him dead. I don't know.
That is way too close to me.
He wasn't the best drowning either, was he?
Oh, apparent drowning.
Apparent drowning. Yeah.
Okay, so that's not an age thing. Oh,
that's on TMZ here.
Oh man, that's
after apparent drowning.
Yeah.
Died at his own house after some physical activity.
Found in the hot tub.
Yeah, have a few drinks, relax in a hot tub, and you slip under maybe. I mean, I'm guessing, but yeah I was upset with my daughter. With all the health problems the last few weeks since Turkey Day. She went in the shower, actually in the tub, super hot, right? She steamed it up. I didn't realize she was in there so long.
Oh.
She had her phone beside her. She called my wife, who is 5 feet away from me here on the other side of the desk here.
Yep.
Get her out. She couldn't get out. It's like, I flipped out. It's like, what are you doing? I mean, even if you're healthy, you don't run a sauna crazy long because you could put yourself in a bad spot.
Yeah.
And she was sick. She was dealing with the chills and stuff. And she called my wife to get her out of the tub. I know she doesn't want her dad, and I trust me, I don't want that experience either. But she's my daughter. At 19, I'll do whatever I have to. But it's like, don't put yourself in that kind of that's a sign to me you're not making right decisions when you do that to yourself. But it's like, wow. I mean, Matthew Perry though, eh?
So it looks like it's a cardiac arrest was what they chalk it up to.
He also did the voice of Benny in Fallout.
Fallout New Vegas.
Really?
Yeah.
My buddy Jason's all into voices. I couldn't tell you who voices anything. Even the stuff I like, where Optimus Prime, I can tell you the face of the guy, but I can't tell you his name.
Yeah.
But I'm not a voice actor guy. Other than Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill. All the voices he's done, like Joker and stuff. buying. That's one. I got one. I know. I couldn't tell you who does anything else.
Hey, you were talking about TFCon earlier, weren't you? About people selling stuff that were just coming in and doing swaps and like selling on the floor, like that weren't vendors.
Yeah, through the backpack and stuff. Yeah.
When did you see this happening? Past one?
Well, I did it. I did it in the past, which annoyed the promoters. But when TFCon, even the most recent one, a few months ago, there was guys who came in with garden wagons and backpacks, and they were selling and trading right there.
Typically, they shun that stuff. They don't want that to be going on. But maybe
guys were in line with wagons with stuff already. They had Transformers stuff while we were waiting in line. Because when I went, the first hour is like your first run. They pay a little more to get in first.
Oh yeah.
Me and my buddy, he's the one who's going to be buying anyway, even though I did buy something. But it's like, I pay the regular fee because I'm not paying extra. It's already too expensive to get in there, The TFCon's most expensive show was like $20 or $25. Everyone else's shows are $5 or $10, but there's 20-25. That's
but if you want the show exclusive, the little toy they give out.
If you want the show, you know what? The show exclusive to the end of the show is still there. That's
yeah, they used to be more popular.
For me, it's never not been there by the when we go anyway, and we go to most. Just because their show exclusive is a redo of someone else's. It's a brand. It's a third party product, so not everybody wants the knockoff. Not knockoff. Yeah, not everyone would want. One of these.
Not like a naturally made, first run kind of the characters.
Yeah, if it's not Hasbro or if it's not Takara Tomy,
they used to have hype.
Fake, But there stuff could be a lot better.
Here's an example. They never made. This is like early 2000s, like the run there. They had made a third party product that everybody was loving. It was like an addition to the Transformers at the time, and they had made the Ultra Magnus figure version that hadn't been released officially, and somehow what was it? It was the armor add-on to the Prime mold to get that to become the Ultra Magnus figure, and so people went ape shit for that thing because they're like, oh, this is awesome. So those particular one run sets that made specifically for TFCon, you couldn't get that off, show or out of the show. So those things ran, super collectible and whatnot. But then after that, line died after 10, 15 years, people are just like, meh, like, those collectibles died in value. Like,
I tell you what was cool about TFCon this year, you had a bunch of guys who are selling 3D printed stuff, the armor accessories,
the new stuff.
And they were using state-of-the-art 3D printing tech. It looked so good. And the guys were showing
the finishing was good.
Stuff that would go on the G1 stuff. And it's like, wow, it's so good. Which is really great, I think. I want to see them start replicating some actual Transformers now. Why not?
Well, they've made the oversized versions, right? So I've got like oversized oversized Optimus Prime, oversized Dinobot.
Have you seen the downsized ones?
Those are fun too.
Are so $100 for this downsized Optimus Prime. No trailer, just the Prime. Transforms exactly the same, and it is beautiful. It's $100, and even I was tempted because at that scale, it wouldn't take up much space.
There was
I was smart enough to know if I buy one, I'm gonna buy more. It's like, don't do it. Don't do it. It's too tempting, right? Even my buddy who buys the Primes even said he didn't want to buy one because it's like, then he's gonna start buying all these micro versions because the detail's impressive. So it was nice to see you.
You guys were talking about voice acting.
Yeah.
The Winnipeg had a Comic-Con there today. And of course I had to work or be on call. I couldn't go, and I was debating on just buggering off. Like, it's late enough the season, no one will call. Thank Christ it didn't. But Rob Paulson was signing autographs there So he was the original voice actor. Well, he does a lot, but for Raphael from the original.
cool.
Oh,
Turtle
so
series.
you could have taken some
He
stuff.
also
and
did
made
like
some, right?
Animaniacs. And,
Nice.
Animaniacs
I
was such
was
a cool
well,
show.
$65.
Oh,
I was thinking of getting the sign on top
it
of
was
the turtle.
65 bucks to get him. Oh,
Wow.
man.
Sheesh.
Wow.
So, Fan Expo here in Toronto.
To
I
get
can't
him,
tell you who it was.
but there was also
We had 300 guys at our Fan Expo, and the highest signature signing thing was close to 300 bucks.
Who? For what?
I don't know if that would be like a Shatner or a Patrick Stewart or something, but there was guys, because there was a master list you could see, right? Both on the show floor and online. You know, 10, 25 bucks for some of the wrestlers and a bunch of these voice actors and this and that, some comic book artists. And then when you get up to some of the top tier celebrities, $150, $200, $250, $310. $310.
Like, wouldn't it be just kind of only worth it if you have some like exclusive, movie memorabilia, like legit?
Well, that's what it is,
I mean,
right? It's like, man, I got a one-off, or I got something that's 5 in the world, and mine's the only one in good condition. And if I can get this guy who's 80 years old and he's going to be disappearing soon, I get that signature, this is going to be worth a fortune. I've never been a signature guy.
they had some big names.
The
in
deal I
Winnipeg,
have is just like, hey, I trip over the opportunities and they happen.
They had Carl Weathers.
Carl.
Oh, that would have been
Michael
fun.
Rooker.
I gotta admit, that would have been cool. I did like Carl Weathers.
Yeah. Michael Rooker, he's the guy from Guardians with the when he'd whistle and shoot that arrow or
I
whatever.
tell you, he has done so much. You know.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of. He was in better stuff. Like
that
he used to
Emily
be-
Swallow, she's off Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Giancarlo Esposito, so the guy from Breaking Bad and Moff Gideon, he was there.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I
like him. I really do.
Well, it's Lou Ferrigno.
So somebody
wow, the Incredible Hulk, eh?
The
wow,
the voice actor for Pinky and the Brain. Paul, the guy from Kim's Convenience and Mando,
the fighter pilot.
You know
guy,
what I'm
right?
talking about?
Oh,
the guy that flies the X-wing in Mando.
Yeah. I wish I had
and he was on
Incredible
Kim's
Hulk
Convenience. He was there,
and I could get the 3 living
There was a lot
actors.
of Ray Park.
No. What?
Oh, Maul. Darth
Ray
Maul.
Park was there though,
Oof.
Darth Maul.
Oh man,
Darth Maul.
Nice.
everywhere he goes, he still does.
That would have been cool.
the whole thing.
I'm
He
trying
shows
to.
off.
He
Anybody
Because
watch
let's-
He was
Cookie?
$100 for autographs or $120 for a photo op with him.
Wow.
Wow.
Hmm.
I mean,
See, and can you imagine if you take your kids to these things? I mean, you pay to get into the show. You pay for your parking, your food, and everything else because you're probably going to eat while you're there, depending on how big that show is. Like Fan Expo here, I mean, it's a 4-day event. 4 days. 3 of them are full days for sure. Hundreds and hundreds of people you could go see. 1,000 vendors.
Mhm.
I mean, it takes up 7 floors of the Metro Convention Center. 7 floors. And then your kid wants that signature, or you want that moment. Hundreds of dollars sometimes.
Mhm.
I don't know.
mm,
Because, of course, the show can only afford to pay these guys so much to show.
That Robert Patrick.
The RoboCop
Remember Robert Patrick? He was T1000.
T1000.
Oh,
yeah,
nope.
Terminator. I'm thinking RoboCop.
Terminator 2. He was T1.
Terminator.
T1000.
The liquid guy.
Yeah.
And Trailer Park Boys were there.
Had
uh,
Frankie, Julian, Bubbles.
Man.
They were probably the most expensive. It was
Really?
$150 for an autograph from them.
What I want to know is if
But
there's
mind
gonna
you,
be any
you'd probably
more.
get 3 autographs for that 100.
You probably get the 3.
Yeah, you get the group
As a team. I'm sure they're together.
Yeah,
I
you'd
love
probably
Trailer
get
Park
all
Boys.
3.
Me and my one of my bosses years ago, we had opportunities to be on that show
Yep.
because they filmed at 4 different places over the years. And at one point, they were doing some of the film work in Quebec, and it wouldn't have been a hardship to go for the weekend to do some stuff. But yeah, I love that show. That appeals to my twisted sense of humor. No, I don't like it, eh, Eileen?
No, I don't need 4 letter words in my listening. Yeah, trouble tashes. So Greg loves it, but I walk out of it. I walk out when she's watching it. No thanks.
I mean, they're just so ridiculous. That's why I like it.
Oh,
because it's. I mean, you could just get lost in it because there's no reality to the show whatsoever, and that's. It's nice that we get stuff that's so realistic and has so many elements of real life, and that's fine, and I can get entertained from that. But something that just is a total farce.
It's
just so I
funny.
can forget about reality.
But the exaggeration is the funny part because it's based on something somebody's done, and then they just blow it out, right? That's the fun part.
Yeah.
The total mocking of that. Somebody out there is doing that, right?
No, but a lot of Americans think that's how we are. That's what pisses me off.
They had a story arc, and it was the best story arc because you see these guys going to and from the States, crossing whatever imaginary body of water, and it's just hilarious. You got the Mounties on this side, and you got the American State Troopers on this side, and they're doing their shenanigans in between, trying not to get caught by either, and just such a farce. It's just so funny. I'd love to know if it's coming back. If Netflix.
Sean Astin was supposed to be there.
I'm drawing a blank on that name.
Sean Astin.
But apparently he canceled.
So what's he? Who's he do?
From Goonies, Lord of the Rings. He was one of the hobbits.
Oh,
God. Wow.
He was Samwise Gamgee.
The chubby kid.
But he apparently canceled. It says postponed. Because I think he was one of the most expensive ones. But we were looking at it on during the week. But it doesn't list the price for him. And another one that postponed was Sam Raimi. So isn't he a producer or something?
Really?
Oh.
He was Spider-Man, Doctor Strange.
That's a pretty good Halloween show for that turnout.
Yeah.
For those guys. That's a good list. Imagine seeing them all in character or something like that, right?
That's, like I said, it was like, when I found out the week that was on, it's like, crap. Of course it's going to be when I work. That would have been fun. I would have totally got something signed. But
yeah, there's some toy show out.
It would have been either
tomorrow. Another Sunday show pisses me off.
The Woodstock one?
Is it Woodstock?
I don't know. Let's find
out. I don't know. I just remember there's something out your way. It's like, shit, I'm gonna miss another one.
Let's find out. It is.
And I was hoping by 8 o'clock I was going to see there was no work tomorrow because tonight's shift they had offered volunteer time off. I think, great, offer it to my shift. I'll take it. And I didn't see it come up on the app. So
yeah, they're doing another 29th Woodstock Arena, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
And is it the one with the toys?
It's card, comic, coins, and pop culture collectibles show. And then they're doing so it's
it might not be the toys. Yeah. It might not be
cards, comic, coins, and pop culture. So it's not the toy one, but they call it the Woodstock Toy Expo. So I think they're just concentrating on card, comics, and coins and pop culture. So it won't be the antique, like the old collectible stuff. Yeah. But you know what? These people bring all their stuff anyway.
And some of them, it's like I don't expect Lego at some of the things. Hey, I find shit.
But the vendors did tell me last time I went that they just don't bother bringing Lego and brick stuff to the shows anymore because they can just sell it online just as easy. Yeah, and they ship it everywhere. So they're like, I'm like, where the hell's all this?
This is the hard. Yeah, they
the Hot Wheels. They're there in full swing, right?
Oh, always.
Oh,
yeah. They're always well represented. Actually, Friday was one of the local Hot Wheels shows that we have, I think, in Brampton or something. These guys always seem to do a once a month, and Hamilton has one once a month. Hot Wheels they're doing good with their shows. They seem to be able to do it consistent enough to make money doing it. Because if it wasn't making money, they'd stop doing the shows.
And speaking of the Hot Wheels brick,
Oh, you got it. Another new.
That was one of the new ones that I saw, but you probably have it already.
I stopped buying that one. I have, I think, the previous.
The other one before it, because I never saw it. I didn't know, but you can actually take the top and the brick, like it's a brick.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 elements on some of them.
I was like, oh, that's kind of small.
Like on one of my cars that are brickable, there's 3 pieces that come off it.
Because the reason I stopped for that one is because I saw this bastard. I'm like, that looks pretty sweet.
I don't know if you've seen the new Batman Batmobiles.
Yeah, I got it.
Dude, there's so many of them right now.
I know. There's like 5 in the new set. The dollar store is hanging on to those ones. I thought I had them here, but I don't have it. But yeah, I got the classic one, the Keaton one, the original. Nice. I was like, you got to have that one. That one's too good to pass up. The newer ones are like, I don't think so. But the Tumbler, I guess, comes in second for that one.
Yeah. So I hate to say this, guys. I got to go to work in 6 hours. So.
Oh, yeah. It's your Sunday.
I should say I got to get up in 6 hours. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You hung out for 2.5 hours. It's great.
Yeah, long, but I wanted to get you guys on. We miss you. So I don't know when the next one will be.
Yeah.
But we'll do it. And remember, I don't have to be the driving force. If you guys want to say, hey, let's do it. Or chit chat or whatever, we can make it happen anyway. So thank you, everyone. Everyone have a good night.
Yeah.
All right, and by the way, check out everyone's YouTubes. I got everyone on the screen that has a YouTube. Your links are in the show notes anyway for YouTube. So
yep.
Have a good one.
Good night.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good night.
Thanks, Rick. Bye.
Thanks, Jordan.
Yeah, thanks for.
I know it's a long night. You hung out with us. So.
No worries.
But it's been a while since Eileen came on, and of course, hey, I know Ryan, and that's the thing. Like Ryan's been on call a few times, and then Ryan's been super patient with those times when I canceled the stream. By the way, it almost happened tonight. I really, really didn't want to cancel.
Yeah.
3 hours before, actually, when I came back from my walk,
I
had basically a sinus kind of headache thing.
Okay.
And I dosed up. I took some medication. It's like, I got to get through this. I don't want to cancel the show again. After last weekend, like even doing 20 minutes and then canceling it, it's like, because it really, really sucks. Because in some of the groups, like I think tonight I posted it to 20 groups, which is the most I posted it to in a long time. If I do it too much, some of the groups don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then if I bounce a show, that looks even worse.
Yeah.
And so I try not to do that too often, but thanks again for hanging with us. And
thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll talk tomorrow. You take it easy.
Yeah, you too. Take it easy. Have